Yes, well, Fuyuhiko, you seem to be, you been working out, dude? Getting kinda swole there. Alright, that's enough of that. Next bit. Welcome back to Danganronpa 2, everyone. Last time, more murders. Again. How did I know? I had a feeling. But it just had to be one of my favorite girls, and then also Hiyoko. So, this time, we're gonna figure out exactly who killed them. Oh, I thought he would only have one line of dialogue there. So, alright. So this is right before the trial. We get one last chance to see everyone involved in this case. And take a blind guess who might be the killer. My bets? I want to say... I think the game has been kind of balancing whether the number of boys and girls is even or not. Since 2 girls died, I can only imagine that the killer is probably a boy, but that must be a bit too meta. Maybe it's trying to throw me off. Maybe just the girls are all dying. That's kind of sad. Who will be Hajime's waifu then? Sylvian doesn't mind that Hiyoko died, but Ibuki was a true waifu. I need a moment of silence. Who done it? It was me. It was Hajime. He must have done it in his sleep. It was the only explanation. Maybe he got the virus and nobody really knew. Alright, Nagito, did you do it?
Just as I thought. This particular incident. Oops. We can continue this later, right, Hajime?
What's wrong with him? He's even creepier than usual. He knows something. He knows something that we don't know, and I don't like when that happens. That means he's gonna reveal it during the trial and turn my entire theory on his head. Whoever killed Ibuki gets the bazooki.
Is it you, Gundam?
It's about time I showed my serious side.
Let's make history.
Jeez. How troublesome. But I suppose I can display my true power for the sake of our 2 fallen comrades.
Oh, you're actually gonna participate for once, Gundam? That's a bit suspicious, considering that up until now he's been in his own little world. Maybe? I don't think Gundam did it, but then again, in the last trial, the killer came out of left field as well. I'm worried.
This is bad.
Because if it is Gundam, then he's gonna get punished and die before we even get really a chance to know him. But that's the case with all of these characters.
Hey, what did Monokuma mean just now? Don't tell me Nekomaru's already...
Don't get distracted by Monokuma. We need to focus on the class trial right now.
I know, but...
The more characters die, the sadder it gets. Less comic relief. I'm missing Taro right about now. He lightened the mood for sure. But no. Akane, what are your thoughts on this?
I'm gonna do it!
Hey, what are you whining about? Hurry and get this over with already. And then we can greet Coach Nekomaru with open arms when he comes back. I don't know. I hope we do. But the way you said that makes me think maybe that's not gonna happen.
Nah.
Jeez.
I already figured this, but it's best if we don't rely on Monomi all that much. She's just saying stupid things and it'll just make us even more confused. Maybe we should shut her up for good.
Fuyuhiko, I mean, as much of a, I don't want to say nuisance, but as much as a worrywart Monomi can be, she's trying her best to help. Also, I realized that Chiaki is taller than you, Fuyuhiko. Yeah, you should drink your milk, dude. Or else you might end up like this. Fuyuhiko is 5'1". 5 foot 1 inch of adorable. Oh, jeez. Poor little baby. Nah, that's fine. I'm not even that tall myself. I mean, these are supposedly Japanese students? Well, not Sonia. Earlier today, you watched the video of all free time events for Akane, and you think she's a favorite character. Oh, that's how it is. That's how it always is. There's never any time to hang out with all these people, or hang out with any one person enough. So it's like, Either I spend time with everybody and then I feel like I miss out on people, or I spend time with some people and then people die. I feel like there's just no winning with this game. This game just wants you to feel despair. Nash is here. What's up? Don't get shoot. You do the shoot. Shoot. Chiaki, what are your thoughts?
Hey.
Let's go. There's no time to waste. I know it's sad, but we need to move forward. And then we need to end this once and for all. Why do you keep saying once and for all, Chiaki? Are you expecting this to end after this trial? Like what? You think the killings will end after this, or do you have something else in mind? I really hope it's not what I think. Never mind that. Hyoko, it must be my fault after all. Don't beat yourself up over that, Sonia. You couldn't have known that she would have... You know, somebody was waiting for her to go to the...
Well?
To the room in the back of the nightclub. Then I must learn the truth behind this murder most foul. Now then, let us proceed. That's the spirit. Oh, I haven't been helpful at all. I couldn't even figure out an estimated time of death. I'm sorry. I'm such a useless piece of trash. Well, even the lack of evidence is evidence sometimes, Mikan. I just wonder who here is smart enough. I'm just doubting anybody here is smart enough to have come up with that use the heater to disguise the body temperature trick. Definitely not Akane. But then who? Oh! This game just wants you to feel despair. Sounds pretty accurate from what you've seen so far. You don't even know the half of it. You don't even know. Alright, well. Now what I'm about to do is I'm about to set up my skills. So there are these abilities that you get to use during the trial. Basically, I buy these skills and I set them right before the trial. They'll help me with the mini games that appear. And so you'll see how those work in just a second. But let me see what I need. What haven't I bought yet? Focus gauge decreases at a slower rate. Could be useful. Melodious voice increases the damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. What I kind of want is Fine Sword, because I didn't realize that Excellent Blade was already redundant with Fine Sword. That's kind of unfortunate. Maneuver, Moonsault, Jumping Power. I haven't needed to jump during Logic Dive. Could be something to keep in mind. I don't... If I do buy Fine Sword, then I feel like I've wasted Excellent Blade. Minigames mid-trial. Oh, you'll see. It's kind of like... I don't know if you've ever played the Phoenix Wright series, but Ace Attorney Investigations, where you gotta do a little logic minigame, except way more silly. I'll say that. I wanna get to it, but... Okay, let me buy Moonsault. Sounds like something you'd put on moon cheese. Moonsault. Vocabulary. Panic Talk is easy enough. If anything helps with... Let's see... Hangman's Gambit, that would be great. Yeah, let's do... what was the thing that cost 7? Neural Liberation. Yeah, Focus Gauge... Yeah, let's do it. No regrets! Alright, I'm ready. Without further ado, let's go in. Don't mind me, the mountain's just opening its mouth. And sticking out its tongue, because why not? This is part of the dark parts of the internet, if you know what I mean. We stepped onto the escalator and ascended towards the gaping maw of Monokuma Rock. And that's when I suddenly noticed it. I noticed our lined up silhouettes kept getting smaller and smaller. That's a depressing thing for you to notice, Hajime, but it's true. It's been a while since you played Phoenix Wright, and you only played the first 2 or maybe 3. The first 3 is all you really need to play. The other games are good, though. They're just not as necessary. But you'll see. This game scratches that itch I've had for a challenging Phoenix Wright game that I have not
felt in years. Years.
I can't turn back now. If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. No, you just walk backwards. Last trial hype. And when everyone was inside Monokuma Rock, he just chewed us up and we all died.
Cool.
You know, I had thought that each Monokuma head would have been a different trial, but wow. Jeez, there are so few people. There's so few people left. This is sad. Alexa, play Danganronpa 3. The elevator began its steep descent as usual. But nobody said a word. As we stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other, the elevator descended deeper and deeper. Deeper yet deeper still. Every trial, we go further and further into the earth. Our descent into madness and despair. And when it descended as far as it could go, it finally stopped. The elevator doors opened slowly, almost tantalizingly so. Light poured through from the other side, eroding the boundaries of the darkness. And I walked into that place. Huh? Alright, now we got a depressing castle dungeon theme. Monokuma, this is not how you make us happy. I guess that was your point.
My, it feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats.
Well, 2 people got killed at the same time, and Nekomaru's not here either. Oh, yeah, that is why there's so few people. 3, actually 4 less than last time.
Hey!
Isn't Nekomaru really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him. That's what kind of makes it weird. Last time in the first game, there was a trial where somebody was totally absent. Well, mostly absent, and yet Monokuma dragged them in because it was imperative that everyone was there.
No!
Why bother? Because you're saying he didn't do it? Ah, suspicious. Seeing the elevator getting emptier and emptier each trial is depressing, isn't it though?
What? Well now.
Now then, let's begin. It's the beginning of the long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy it to your heart's content.
Bring it on, you oversized teddy bear. And so, the curtain to the 3rd class trial was about to open. Oh. Ibuki Miyota, the ultimate musician. She was really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. When I was with her, all of my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. Oh, that's... My entire heart melted. Now it's just frozen over. Coldness. Hiyoko Sayonji, the ultimate traditional dancer. Just from looking at her adorable face, you'd never know she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed. Hajime, I don't know if that's a completely respectful to the dead, but I guess that's not the most terrible way to put it. You forgot she was a dancer. I mean, she did do that dance at the beginning of this chapter. Probably the most majestic I've seen her all game. And now, this. But she was trying to change herself, and she was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death. Now, the person who killed those 2 is among us. Somebody involved here. I definitely can't believe it. Jeez, like almost all the people on that page is dead. But whether I believe it or not is irrelevant. Wait, why was Nekomaru already crossed out, or read it out? Unless I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out, no matter the cost. For our sake. For our friends' sake. For Ibuki and Hyoko's sake. And so, the curtain to the 3rd class trial was about to open. Hajime, you already said that. This life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Hell yeah, I want to save. Let's do it. I'm ready. I'm ready. Whoever did this is gonna pay. Don't you go killing my Ibuki. My Ibuki Pookie. You know, I probably should have come up with that nickname while she was alive. Oh well. Let's see, menacing focus. I can pretty much set everything I have, can't I? Yeah, okay. Let's see. I've got way more skill points than what I know what to do with. So that's fine, I guess. These bullets don't exactly look like bullets, but let's not focus on that. Let's focus on what's happened so far. Let's do a quick recap. This looks intense. You don't even know the half of it. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. We're gonna load this. So let's go over the evidence. The courtroom record, as it were. There are two victims this time, Ibuki and Hiyoko. Ibuki was killed by a crushed windpipe as a result of choking. May or may not be the work of the hanging. Because actually, when you die from a hanging, what happens is you die from the snapped neck, not really from choking. So, actually, this might indicate that she didn't die from being hanged. It might have been after the fact. One theory. Hiyoko's death was blood loss to her throat being slit by a sharp-edged tool. Her death was instant. Instant death is always a handy hint. Helps you know whether or not something happened before another thing. Blood stains on the soles of Ibuki's feet, also pointing to maybe Hiyoko died first. Rope used for hanging. I remember Nagito thinking there was only one specific place this rope could have come from, but I don't know what he's getting at with that. Motel room key. This belonged to Hiyoko to unlock her room. All signs point to her hiding that for her own needs, so it probably wasn't planted on her. Scrap of paper was stuck to the baton lighting. This looks like the wallpaper from that column. Interesting. Black curtain at the back of the music venue stage. It's not wide enough to reach. This is what makes me think that maybe the curtain was part of a staged setup. Maybe that video we saw earlier was fake. Step ladder has a bit of Hiyoko's blood on it. Candle. It was the dim lighting used to light that room. Surveillance camera. It's what we use to communicate with each other and what Hajime saw somebody hang themselves with. Or maybe not. Well, yeah, I guess. Technically there are multiple ways to die from a hanging. Does your neck still snap if you just step off a stepladder? That you thought your neck only snapped upon larger falls, but you're not very knowledgeable at that. Well, okay. Fair enough. Snapping your neck is how you're supposed to die from a hanging. Like, that's how they execute people. But if you just use a stepladder, it could be choking. It may or may not be relevant. I'm just thinking out loud here. AC was cranked up to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. That seemed to be to hide the temperatures of the bodies, again, trying to obfuscate who died first. Smudged on the floor, probably blood. Semi-transparent glob, used to glue the doors shut for what reason I can't really tell. Mikan said she was with Hajime all morning, except for that point right before she woke up with him. Very suspicious. The video that Hajime saw. Again, somebody, but we don't know who. Fuyuhiko said he met up with Mikan in front of the hospital and split up to look for Ibuki. They weren't separated for very long, so that's part of Mikan's and Fuyuhiko's alibi after the fact. Sonya's account was she saw Hiyoko and told her to use the full-length mirror in the nightclub room. Movie ticket, right, has a stamp on it. Monokuma says the tote bag was only given to one person, and you get two for some reason. And finally, the movie itself shows various ways that everybody died. A factor in whether or not it's an imitation killing. I think we have a grasp of everything here. These gruesome deaths, yes. Well, I think we're ready. Let's do this. Trial, start.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Who done it?
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person,
then it's game over, pal.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Yes, that is the motive.
Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
Even he knows we've heard this at least 3 times.
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out.
Do you not?
You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Oh, he was sick. Does it? I mean, you woke up and got brought to the venue like everyone else.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
I guess he doesn't know like what happened up to that. Wow, Nagito was just conveniently out of the picture for at least 2 of these trials, wasn't he?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
True.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Mean?
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that?
Oh, she's embracing it.
Listen up.
Well-
The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Speaking of stuff being stuffed inside, you should probably button your shirt.
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments.
Yep, that's how your head works. 100%. Who cares about this boring explanation? I mean, we have new people who haven't seen a trial before. Yes, Monokuma. Thank you. Yes, work in progress needs an explanation. Let's see. We shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate? Alright, so I guess we're recapping.
Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Sounds good.
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease.
Keep forgetting about Johnny Young Bosch. Love this guy.
The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
That part I thought would play a bigger part, but I guess it allowed Ibuki to escape.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms.
Alright, you're omitting an important part from that, Hajime, the fact that you guys woke up together, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe you'll bust it out as a hidden form of evidence.
We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time.
Surveillance camera. What I'm wondering is, did Mikan ever make it to the on-call room? She noticed that she noticed that Ibuki was missing, so that's when they all looked for her, right?
When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Someone. I don't want to say it's Ibuki just now. We don't know.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
Don't act like this is your entertainment.
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late.
Was it though? You never actually checked the body. I'm actually dreading the possibility that maybe if that was Ibuki, she might have been alive at the time. Maybe she was choking at that time you found her and you could have saved her. Is that Hajime person supposed to be you? Yep, that's the player character. You're usually in first person, so I can't blame you for not realizing that that was the player.
By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
But
Why the motel? Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there.
I mean able-bodied.
At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
Alright, because Hyoko was also gone.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital.
Oh, so she did make it to the on-call room. No wonder it took so long.
And then I noticed Ibuki was gone, so I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko.
Coincidentally,
so I
huh?
fled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Wait a minute, what do you mean various ways? Wait, I didn't realize the gravity of what she said until Kazuichi repeated it.
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
Oh, maybe it was just him. I mean, yeah. I mean, Kaz, when you put it that way.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag.
Oh, he made Fuyuhiko blush. Clearly that's what she meant.
so I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door.
And it was held together by a
when that
drumstick?
happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyoko's.
I don't see what I don't understand is how somebody had the time to tape her up like that. That's a very extensive project. As if it's in arts and crafts. No, that regardless, we were only gone for about 10 minutes. That would have taken some time. I'm thinking maybe it was already there. We never checked that hard.
And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Oh yes, thank you for telling us how our classmates were brutally murdered.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
What?
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
You don't. You really don't. I'm the only one who has that account. Which is not good because there's no recording of that thing Hajime saw. Yep, saw this coming.
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious.
I get it. This is when this is the part where Hajime gets blamed and we gotta prove our innocence. Nagito, please stop. Nagito needs to stop. And also dancing. Stop, drop, and roll.
Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
That is true. Not though.
Lie? Why would I lie?
Don't act like that, Hajime. That makes you more suspicious.
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
I mean, you can blame me all you want, but if I am... Well, when I am innocent, we'll all die, so... Not your best interest... Oh, wait, he wants to die, doesn't he? No! Yeah, it's just as Kazuichi said. Nagito's the kind of guy who will confuse us and make matters worse. Damn it! I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Also, my portrait is going insane. Alright, time for the argument dance party. Surveillance monitor video? I'm guessing this is what we need.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
I like how you can agree that it's a lie.
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility.
Where's the thing I need to refute?
After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Hajime's the only witness.
Hajime
How can I disprove
lie?
that?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie
Imitating the
means
movie.
it probably is Hajime's fault.
I'm a witch. Who said that? Alright, okay. So the statements we can refute. Well, there's a statement we can agree with, which is probably not what I need. It's agreeing that Hajime is lying, so that's not it. We can either refute that Hajime was the only witness, or refute that Hajime... Wait, what was the other thing? I already forgot.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie,
Come on, what can prove this?
then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
Let's grab a thick paper.
That would
Hotel
also
room
be
key.
a lie.
Movie invitation ticket. Here you go.
I don't think
Maybe.
I can deny that possibility. After all,
Why would Hajime...
Well,
So
obviously,
this is how this
Hajime-
works.
the fact that the,
The
bodies
statements-
means it probably is Hajime's
The statements go by
fault.
in real time. Oh, I missed it. Ah! The statements go by in real time, and I have to shoot the contradiction I see with my truth bullet. So it's like
Hajime's
Phoenix Wright, but
testimony is
way
clearly
more
Hajime's...
intense.
Then the fact that Ibuki...
That would also...
Come on, come
I
on.
don't think I can. After all,
Why would Hajime...
Well, obviously, because he's...
Did Hajime...
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie...
They were not.
No, that's wrong.
There's only 2 bodies. It's not completely possible to have to copy the movie.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Because he never saw it. imitating the moo. The moo cow? Oh no, not the moo cow that was turned into meat and apparently is fine now.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Wow! What a butt.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that.
What was the point of this?
Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yeah. That one was kind of easy, yes, but
Yes, no
why?
mistakes
Why was it
there.
necessary?
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it.
There you go.
Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Nope, not me. Nagito casually delaying the trial by 30 minutes. Clearly he wants this stream to go on for 5 hours again.
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing?
He's just part of the debate club from high school, you know.
Well,
Play both
since
sides.
we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation.
What, you're trying to support me by contradicting me?
It also provides a good warm-up.
For what?
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Well, I mean about that.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Wow. Nagito, you've even got Chiaki bad-mouthing you. What a waste of time. I've never heard such words coming from her.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
I guess.
I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
It was a double suicide. No.
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Clearly not Ibuki if she was hanging. But then, who?
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
10
I
minutes.
couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
Not even if you move at sonic speed. I'm thinking I've got an idea. I've got an idea of how this worked
That's why the
out.
killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
Closed room murder. Just like the first
The
game.
killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
So were they already in there, or did they find another exit? I feel like if there was another exit, the game would have pointed that out, so I don't think so.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time.
So, wait, those who were not accounted for at that time? Everyone was known to be somewhere, though. Akane and Nagito were known to be at the hospital. Gundam was at the motel.
And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
I mean, I guess we never did see them. Where were they?
Me too?
What the hell? Why is it gonna be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
No, this is too easy. That's too obvious. What? Something we're missing here.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
Technically true.
Me too!
What was that, Monokuma? Are you trying to be Negamaru? I was gonna say Nagito.
Hey, why are you talking like, huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
What? Don't tell me that you're saying Nekomaru's controlling Monokuma.
Please stop making bad jokes.
Yeah, it's not very funny. Just like a ManokAdobo stream.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
Kind of. The killer was inside the music venue. Fuyuhiko obviously thinks so, but is that really it? I don't think so at all. How can I disprove this? Hotel room, scrap of paper, stepladder, glob. I'm stumped.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
Okay.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
Maybe they didn't need time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
Yeah.
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By
But what
doing
else?
that, the killer who was hiding inside waited until we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they looked like they had just rushed over.
Huh.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Is that how that works, though? I don't... How could they have gotten outside? That person's remark contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove that with my evidence. Alright, I didn't quite pay attention here. What are the statements here?
Locking the door from the inside.
From the inside. Maybe it was from the
They
outside.
tried to keep us from getting in.
But how could you have locked it from the
It
outside?
seems they were trying to stall for time.
The glue?
How did they lock the door? That door should not have.
The lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
So
can use
either
that as a-
agree with
by
the
doing that,
drumstick,
waited until we gathered
or
together
say you contradict from the
and suddenly
outside.
appeared.
So they look like. I have seen this in serial crime
I see.
dramas.
I get it. But, I think I know what to contradict, but what does that get me? Do I have the glue?
The killer
Yes.
was still inside the music venue.
I mean, we
By
don't
locking
even...
the door from the inside.
Yeah, that's
No,
it.
that's wrong.
So, the glue somehow proves we could have locked it from the outside?
Wait a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
How would you get the drumstick in position, though?
From the outside? How? There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent blob?
Semi-transparent glob. Like
Semi-transparent
rubber,
glob.
maybe?
It wasn't rubber at all. That semi-transparent glob was a gummy. It was a gummy.
A gummy, you say? Now's not the time to joke around like that. Oh. Why'd you have to mention gummies? You made me remember that.
Crap!
Ugh, looks like I said something pointless. I should calm down and think this over. Well, you know, can't blame me for having some fun.
I see.
It was glue.
That
The semi-transparent glob.
Must have been glue.
Alright, well, it looks like semi-transparent glob is this trial's under the table. Under the table.
Glue?
Glue.
Yeah, I think so too.
The glue clue.
It had a
Blue's
firm,
Clues?
gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth.
Why did you do that, though? And also, why are you reenacting it?
Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
Alright.
I didn't know glue was edible.
Well, it is made out of, like, horse hooves.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
That doesn't explain how the drum... Oh, no way! The drumstick must have been planted! I get it now. Alright, that was the last thing that was confusing me.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
Who had access to glue, though?
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know?
I mean, we did.
That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so?
Kind of. What what bothers me is that we didn't hear it fall to the ground or snap.
It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose?
Oh, geez. A trap?
It's a trap.
Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
So that just turns everything on its head, doesn't it?
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
Yeah, that's not a good penance. Please buy a card or something next time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
Not helping.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
I don't think Hiyoko was murdered at that time.
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Would take way too long.
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
What? Nobody implied it was you, Mikan?
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
Yeah, totally. So that wallpaper, yeah, my hunch was correct. Earlier?
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right?
Suddenly.
But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just revealed?
Sun Priestess Emmy, welcome back to the stream. Danganronpa 2, you see. The Danganronpa series is a masterpiece. I know, you said that last time. Welcome back. You hope it's not Mikan, she's cute. I hope not either, but I don't know, she's acting kind of strange now.
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
Alright, okay, the game's gonna... It's one of those things where I don't want to say it just in case the game is gonna make me figure it out, but since the game seems to be... It's one of those things where the game is explaining it for me, so... We found that giant piece of wallpaper that was the same as the column, so it looks like Hiyoko was covered with wallpaper before we came to the... After... She was covered with wallpaper at the time we came to the venue the first time, and then unveiled after. So, Nash has a hot take. He thinks Mikan is a terrible girl. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, sir.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
The scrap that was stuck on the baton lighting in the music venue. Now I should be able to figure out what it is. Aw, geez. Hangman's Gambit? Hangman's Gambit. Minigame time. I knew it. Alright, let's spell out wallpaper. So, in this minigame, you got this word that needs to be spelled out. Basically, you gotta grab the letters and then find a way to spell out the word. So first, W. I would like to have an A, please. Oops. Come on, give me an A. There you go. Now I could have used that L I blew up. So, alright. In the first Danganronpa, this minigame, you just clicked on the letters. In this one, I don't know why they made it more complicated, especially when so many people complained about it in the first game. It's kind of funny, actually. Get that P. Shoot, missed. Ah! A. I need another P. Another P, please. There's too many! Alright, I should start actually clearing these out then. If I'm not gonna use them. I need a P. I mean, I need a P. Another E. There you go. I'll take that. And I need a R. Gotcha. Minigame. That is a bit more complicated than you'd really want it to be, but
Scrap.
they tried.
Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room?
Yes, it was Waluigi. He's the murderer.
In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap.
But, huh. Why did a piece come off of it, though?
There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so,
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper, see? It fits perfectly.
Almost too perfectly. Maybe this is another plant.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
Seems like it.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hyoko's body disappearing?
Absolutely.
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that.
Oh, what, you're gonna pass it off to me?
But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
Come on, it's easy. Even a dummy like me can figure it out. But I don't want to because it'll make you guys feel bad.
Is that what you're saying, Nagito? The scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of the wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body? If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. What? 2 minigames in a row? Alright, Sonic 2 bonus stage time. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. You won't get angry if I forgot how to play this already, will you guys? Alright, I need to get Chaos Emerald. Ugh. Hajime, make sure to get all the rings you can. Nobody told me we were playing 1080 snowboarding. Ugh. Yep. Here we go. Question 1. Where did Hyoko's body... It was hidden. It was there all along. There you go. Yeah, 3-dimensional minigame. Who would have guessed? All we need is Tails following me. Oh, I missed the booster. Let's go. This is kind of awkward to play on a PC, but the rest of the game makes up for it. It's fun, though. When do I get Chaos Emerald? Question 2. What did the killer use to hide her body? The wallpaper. Let's go. Easy. Alright, next question. Move on. Next question. Oof. Path is getting quite small now. Hiya! Hiya! I like it. How did the killer hide her body? They formed a wall? Alright. Let's not get political here. They covered the pillar. Now, I figured this out a long time ago. I mean, it's not hard. I shouldn't be proud of that at all. Where's Tails? He's dead as always. Always getting left behind.
it's all coming together.
I did it.
Got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
Alright. Glad to know that the main character is finally caught up to myself.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
What do you mean tape up a hidden body? No, it was hidden, taped up.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yes, they hid the pillar.
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar.
A slightly larger pillar. It sounds like you're explaining parallel universes or something.
So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there.
It's kind of impressive they managed to make it not look all lumpy.
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
That's kind of silly, actually.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
Now, if it was Nekomaru's body that was taped to that pillar, then you'd have a harder time concealing it. Just saying.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar. So using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
I was wondering about that. Yeah. No wonder the scrap of wallpaper was stuck to it.
Then so many stickers as to make it look like that pillar.
Yes. But a pillar is a pillar. There's no way you can say it's only slightly larger.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper.
Now, was it an accident or was it planted evidence?
And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
Yeah.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
Not like me at all.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone.
There's no such thing as half a pillar. Well, you see, if you hold the pillar down and never let go...
They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
That's true, but again, that still requires manual effort.
Then, when was Hyoko actually killed?
Before the morning?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
Alright.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
You know, Monomi, the thing we explained last time?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
No. And Monokuma, you would know that. You gave everybody tickets.
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
Yeah, it's copyrighted.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
Mothballs? Mossballs. Why does the subtitle say mossballs? That's a bit different. That mossballs are what you would eat if you're trapped in a jail cell in the closet or something. But you know, you're just perpetuating the cycle of life.
I don't eat moss balls. I just enjoy looking at them.
You don't like to moss out your HP?
I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie.
Yeah. Those without a brain. That's why she had the gullible disease.
Not just that, but Hyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
I guess if she didn't have courage...
It's as if
Kinda
both
matches.
crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
Unless the mutilated Tin Man was Nekomaru?
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Maybe there were 3 murders. Oh no.
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
The reason the killer imitated the 2 victims in that movie. I should be able to explain that now. To mix up the killing order. Because they like movies. Maybe the killer committed an imitation murder because they really liked movies? Right? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D is like the Citizen Kuma films. Rosebud. That's obviously not it. I shouldn't just make things up. I need to think carefully about this and answer. And also, I should stop picking the joke answers.
I see.
There you go.
The reason the killer imitated 2 of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then, Hyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
I mean, they made it such a point to say that Ibuki died first that I immediately started doubting it. Come on, anime, you're better than that. But my HP, though, I've got plenty. Joke answers are the best. Absolutely. I will pick every one I can find.
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
Who cried and begged? Gundam, you're just phrasing this in a way that means you don't have to ask. You want to hear about it.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
Yeah, sure. Before he changes his mind, sure, Gundam.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
Oh, Chiaki's getting sassy. Where did all this sass come from?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Don't deal it if you can't take it, Gundam.
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
Oh.
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed.
And that's why she
That
has.
would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Right, and we can prove that with evidence.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather.
Pretty light.
Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Yes, how?
Because we have evidence. Gundam.
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
Dancing.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
Yeah, but you notice that like every word out of Kazuichi's mouth is just reacting to Gundam's silliness. It's great. Kazuichi is the stand-in for the audience right now. We got a war over who wants to have Gundam as their husbando in chat. Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. You know, the person the picture next to me. Wow, Hajime's just surrounded by death. Who's on the other side? Oh, Mahiru. Make your argument. I want it. The blood on the souls. And smoke in the water. Fire in the sky.
When Hiyoko died,
Why is it sideways?
Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
True.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Yes, there is. And I will let this conversation play out first.
The crime scene?
Could it be?
Maybe her feet were on the floor,
Boots on the ground.
but she was like sitting or something.
What?
So instead, there'd be a mark on her ass.
Did you check
Weak,
that?
I say.
What? So much
Doesn't
noise.
even pierce my heart.
Pierce your heart with evidence. I shot the bullet and didn't go anywhere. Chiaki said Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed, but is that really true?
When Hiyoko died,
Meat on the bone. On the bone meat.
Ibuki's feet were on the
Think
floor.
my hero was such a bland character to you? I think she just didn't really get a chance to really show who she
Did you
was.
see her walk?
I mean, for the most part, if you never hung out with her, you'd pretty much only. But I think I already missed it. Damn it.
Weak. It doesn't even pierce my heart.
Yeah, if you never hung out with her, you'd only see her as a meanie. And we have enough of those. We already have Hiyoko.
Ibuki's feet.
I am telling you to. Did you see her walk?
If her feet, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Yes, there was.
I agree with that.
Mark on her ass. Hashtag so does lewd. Well, I mean, with Terra gone, somebody has to be.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something.
But what?
That something was blood. There were faint bloodstains on the soles of her slippers.
Yes, consent with Sonia. Oh, sorry, Kaz. I don't mean to consent with Sonia before you could. I mean, I'll let you do it next time. I hope you don't mind. Hope you don't mind.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Nah.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Yeah.
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
Or at least passed out.
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded.
So Ibuki was either the killer or a witness.
Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
And close, too.
Don't underestimate
Whoa.
the power of the evil eye.
Alright, we're doing this now. Time for this minigame.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Well, Gundam, what is a lamb? A miserable little pile of veal. But enough talk. Have at you!
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Yeah.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? It's a good line.
I like how he delivered that.
Yes, does that mean you have a rebuttal? Yeah, that's a good line. Yeah. I'll drop my accent just for a little bit.
But Are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
Sun Priestess didn't like this this minigame. I'll say it's better than the DDR bullet time battles from the first game, which is it's kind of like the same idea, but the execution could have definitely been a little bit better.
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status.
Sounds weird when Gundam speaks normally. Maybe. Maybe at some point he'll just drop the act and he's like, oh yeah. He's gonna be like,
Oh yeah, this is how you normally sound. I'm sorry. You're so frightened you can't even make a sound.
However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
you don't like the slashes. I mean, again, it could be better. What I don't like about it is how, like, well, I don't need this yet. How you either slash so fast that the dialogue gets ignored.
Blood on Ibuki's feet belong to Hiyoko. Ha! Impossible. Try to remember the crime scene.
And they just keep getting more and more health. Oh, blood.
That was never there.
There was blood. So much on the floor.
Just about 1 minute. Did you see a nice nightmare?
Okay, here we go. You probably also the game should probably also give you a chance to get your bullet ready before you need it, because then I end up slashing it before I realize it's there. Again, I like the idea, but something could have been done more organized here. He's sexy either way.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, yes, it's important that you feel that way at least.
Despite his exaggerated protests, I feel like I've already seen an opening to the counter. Is this a trap?
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet. Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene.
Up and down and up and let's go. Yes, there was.
Allow me to cut through those words.
You just realized Gundam has cockatiel hair.
That's not it.
He's just a little
The reason there
bird.
was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Clearly, he'd be a friend of mine. Cockatiels and chickens. Birds of a feather.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
Yes. Unless the killer was Ibuki. But, then why wouldn't she know? If she was the one who cleaned it up. Maybe she wasn't. Also, I find it funny that dried blood is not pink.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right?
Yes, Fuyuhiko, we established that like 5 dialogues ago.
Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far.
Probably.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's what we know so far. Yeah. But again, who's smart enough to do that? Also, Normal Gamer, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the stream, dude. Saw you were playing Deltarune earlier. Good game, good game. You're having fun with it? That's good to hear. But are you done with it already? I thought you were just starting when I saw you last. That wasn't too long ago. Oh, Sylvia never finished it. Go. You should finish it. It's pretty good. It's really good. Oh, you just started. Okay.
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Alright, well, at least we're on the same page here. How long is Deltarune? It took me about like 7 hours. Probably more or less depending on how fast you read it. Alright, Sun Priestess Emmy just wants him to say,
Do you accept my dark Davis of destruction? Will you be my queen of darkness?
Your reply would be, certainly, your dark divas of destruction are the most noble beasts I ever laid my eyes on. It would be most honored to be the queen that you desire. Ah, yes, well. I mean, I guess, would Gundam be down for that? Maybe he's too loyal to his pets. Maybe darkness is his only true love. Oh boy. He might be taken. Sorry to say.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Yeah, what exactly? I mean, every time Gundam talks, I kind of zone out. I mean, it's a very nice voice he says it in, but kind of like a Shakespeare play. You could boil it down to just one message.
Now then,
Still don't
let us
understand.
resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Uh-huh. Is it why people ship Gundam and soda? Apparently that's a thing. Maybe just because Kaz is so just aghast at anything he says.
Again? Didn't something like this happen last time too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Huh? Suicide? Well, we have precedent for that.
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is.
But by doing that, you're implying that the killer is the same person who killed both of them.
Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Ha! No alter ego this time, I guess. Emmy likes dramatics. Gundam is so eccentric. He's a good boy. He's a crazy boy. He's crazy in a good way. You know, well, they say don't stick it in crazy, but what happens when the crazy... I won't finish that thought.
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered.
See, the more it looks like a suicide, again, the more I'm pushed to think it's not. 8th grade syndrome for the win? More like, was it Chunibyo? Yeah. Speaking of which, I need to watch the anime.
For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
And if that's true, then we kind of... There's kind of no net gain or loss to this trial, other than the loss of 2 friends.
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
Wait, that's the translation of Chunibyo? Is it literal or what, an interpretation?
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive! When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
What? Oh, but... But then was she killed, or did she die from being hanged for so long? And also, why is Mikan so surprised?
If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself, remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
Absolutely could. Like I was saying before, if you... It's basically how they do it in movies. If you quote-unquote hang yourself slowly, you're not dead. You just... Well, you'll get choked, but you won't die. You could actually semi-safely... Don't try that at home, but you could fake it. That's how they do it in movies. And unfortunately, that's what... I'm just thinking of Back to the Future 3, where that happened to Michael J. Fox. Turns out what happened was they accidentally tied the noose too tight when in that scene where he gets sort of hung by Biff Tannen's ancestor, and he actually passed out from lack of air during shooting that scene. Very, very dark to think about when you're watching that movie.
And if she was going going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging.
Hang should be hung. I don't know English. Sylvian finally finished the Mikan drawing you were supposed to finish a while ago. You're not so proud with it though. Hey, practice is good. And you know, it might be better than anything I could do.
Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
But you weren't free earlier? Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the conclusion I came to first. It likely wasn't a suicide. Work in Progress asks, what happens if it is a suicide? Yeah, what happens is, technically, the killer is the person who committed suicide. So, as far as our votes, we'd have to, well, what happens in these trials is we vote for who we think is the killer. We have to vote for the person who died. But then there's no punishment, so nothing really happens as a result of it. Still though, at least we don't die. Emmy made orange cranberry muffins today. Oh, sounds delicious. Can I have some? I don't know how you get it. Just push it through the internet. Just stuff it in your computer's CD drive. If it still has one.
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Well, in the video, they climbed up the ladder and then went to grab the rope, but then the video blacked out, so very much could be a staging. Huh?
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Maybe. Force, or just convinced her if she really had that disease. But again, I don't know if this is Ibuki. Put some of those muffins in a Ziploc bag, mail it to California, or get one of those machines from Willy Wonka. Yes, the ones that made that child all small. See, Willy Wonka was ahead of his time. He invented Wi-Fi, and he combined it with 3D printing.
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
Not necessary.
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something.
Like, just convince her.
So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
Anybody, really.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi.
What are you getting at? Are you just saying that you're gonna blame whoever doesn't have the best excuse? I don't know if I like that justice system. Don't tell me that's how you do it in your country, Sonia.
Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
No, it's not.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
Not that we know, which is one thing I considered.
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Wouldn't it be cool, though? You could record your streams and put them up to YouTube.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
A bit odd that it happened to coincide with... I don't know. It's a bit too convenient that Hajime saw exactly when that event started.
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So, during that time, basically.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement.
Restating quote-unquote facts, I guess. Emmy is making smoky yam gratin and pumpkin apple cobbler for Thanksgiving. Oh, stop, you're making me hungry. Oh, jeez. Alright, get that Willy Wonka machine.
And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Right. Maybe.
Then, we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time? Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
I guess we're going with this for now. Normal Gamer stopped streaming Deltarune because you wanted to see my stream. But I wanted to see you play Deltarune. I didn't know you were gonna play it tonight, dude. Jeez. Emmy's purpose in life is to make everyone hungry. Fair. That is a good trait if you're an aspiring chef. Sylvian's not usually a fan of holidays, to be honest. It feels like as you get older, holidays just kind of happen. It's odd. Like what am I so excited for Christmas for? I just buy stuff for myself. Phoenix Wright logic. Yes. Oh. Holidays are either depressing or disappointing. Oh, well, I mean, you can just think of them as normal days. I mean, I pretty much do. Normal days. Just another day. I might end the stream earlier today because I've only planned to do the trial, but I don't know. It's gonna be a very busy week.
People like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
All right. Well, nobody saw you.
Everyone at the motel was doing that.
Not you, Chiaki.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
It's the same not alibi, so Sonia's argument kind of falls apart.
To be my own cottage.
You got no evidence of that?
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then
Nobody has an alibi.
Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
So somebody does have an alibi, I bet. An alibi for right before and right after. The closest thing would be Mikan, I guess, because we knew she was with Hajime before and with Fuyuhiko after. So either Fuyuhiko's account or Mikan's account probably is the evidence I need. Work in progress likes Christmas. Thanksgiving is kind of awkward. Again, yeah, it's a holiday that's just kind of there. Hey, I get off work though. How can you not like Thanksgiving? Tons of food, roast turkey, stuffing ham, perhaps yams, pumpkin pie, pecan pie. Well, I'll tell you this. As someone whose parents are not from America, Thanksgiving was kind of something my family just kind of adopted. So we don't really do much. We kind of just eat ham. We just kind of buy a ham and eat it. It's not a huge thing. So, that's just saying from my side. Oh, so I didn't read that. Now then. Oh, wait, what? Oh, the person who doesn't have an alibi for that time.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Wait, the person who doesn't have an alibi?
Right before the morning announcement,
Fuyuhiko, Mikan.
I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel.
All right, I might need to go over these accounts. The accounts are not. You can't really remember what they say unless you think about it. Unless you just have a good memory. I mean, if this doesn't date the stream, yes, it is right before Thanksgiving. So, you know, food. Lots of food. Let's see. Sonia's account is... Hiyoko was... Alright, this is probably have nothing to do with this evidence right now. But everybody else's account. Mikan's account is... Mikan was at Hajime, and she met up with Fuyuhiko. Fuyuhiko says... She met Mikan... But... Alright. Which one of these says that somebody doesn't have an alibi?
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
Actually kind of confused here.
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not it.
Aside from those afflicted, if
Nobody has an alibi then.
Alright, it was Mikan having an alibi. It's weird how Hajime phrased that in his head.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi.
True. But why is... It's oddly convenient that Mikan is the only one that does have an alibi. It's hard. It's hard because I don't want anybody to have been the killer. I'm like Nagita from the first trial. Clearly, no one could have done it, so there's no killer. Work in Progress says he hopes it's not Fuyuhiko. You kind of like him. He got cool. He wasn't this cool before the beginning of this chapter, but after the last chapter, he kind of learned his ways. That's why it's hard. Ah, jeez. Sorry to hear that, normal gamer, but yeah, I feel for you, man.
In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
All right. Again with the oddly specific alibi.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
It's not what you think, but also it's kind of what you think. I swear I didn't initiate it.
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Why are you saying it like that? Did you like it? Did you like it? Oh, Jackie jealous?
Too much info.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward, so we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
Almost too important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
Just don't tell me it's... But could it really be?
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process. Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
That's an interesting point. It seems like having the movie exist only as a refutation for what order the bodies died in, that's too convenient. Too convenient. So there's something about why there were 3 murders instead of 2. Something about, like, the movie. I think the movie's a red herring.
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel.
Could it be what? I don't want to say it, but it's just odd. It's odd that Mikan has a very specific alibi and nobody else does. Why is she being singled out here? It's weird.
I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
The killer had a different reason? If that's the case... Are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us. If so, then... whose? And what kind of trap is it? Oh, what? We're in the middle of the trial already? Okay, that's odd. I feel like we didn't get anywhere though. It's been an hour and a half, but I feel like all we've done so far is establish what we already know. There's a twist coming up. I can feel it. Trial break. Why, hello there, Manomi. The moss balls sure look tasty today. Okay, we're going on with the moss balls. This is a thing now.
Stop it!
Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls. And here's some chats time. What, like Mario Party? Chats time. Stop. How? What's that? Now then, Manomi's appeal time starts now. Huh? Appeal time? Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck. Show those jerks can treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss. Well, I'm sorry, Monokuma, but Manomi doesn't have hair. That's 99% your fault. While we're whining, your time's already running out, so please make your appeal simple. Oh, what's it gonna be? Why is Manomi innocent? About 330,000 words or so. That's a lot of words. That was the middle. That was long. Yeah, each trial is multiple hours long. I mean, partially because I'm letting all the dialogue play out. This game would be a lot shorter if I were playing it by myself and not reading everything out loud and not listening to all the dialogue. Believe it or not, I'm a fast reader, just not when I have to read it out loud. Also, the music is pretty good. She has fur? Maybe? They're kind of robots, so I don't know if they have like metal skin or if it's actually fur or how soft they are. Maybe they're made of plastic. That's too long. It'll just be a boring appeal. Come on, if your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way. Well, I don't see any Monomi merchandise in the Ami Ami store, so probably not. You probably didn't do it.
Then I'm Usami, magical miracle girl Usami. I'm an itty bitty girl who's sweet like milk.
Jeez, and I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment!
She tried.
Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever.
I mean, what other robot has a little sister? They're a bunny and a bear. Monomi looks at least soft. I guess so. I do have a Monokuma plush. It's sitting right next to me. I bought it in celebration of this game, but it hasn't done much. Other than like threaten me with motives on why I should kill everybody. But you know, I ignore it. For the most part. Would you like to save? Sure, let's go. Ooh, I finally cycled through all the save files. Why do I save so much? I'll never know. Resume! Let's go.
I'm Monami. Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation.
It's not all about you, come on.
Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this? We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead.
Bloody hell.
No, this definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this.
Uh-huh.
Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
I mean, your advice is cool though, Monomi, but it hasn't helped so far, and I don't think it ever will. Also, you don't think I save enough? You don't think I save enough? Come on, who do you think I am? Plus, the way the diaper goes on kind of squishes her. Eh, true. Again, maybe a very soft plastic. Maybe like rubber. Work in progress is still updating Windows. Oh, geez, that's... Still, huh? It's been like an hour and a half. Oh boy. Windows, please. The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence? Does something like that even exist?
Huh. It suddenly got quiet in here.
I'm thinking not only falsifying the murder sequence, but maybe also falsifying the murder method.
Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
I'm sure you wish that every day, Nagito. Come on, don't lie to yourself.
Man, this again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too.
Why haven't they? It's like Nagito's skill as the ultimate lucky student it's just coming in too handy for him. He just evades death.
If that happened, the invitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Because of the rule. Well, I mean, no, well, Monokuma didn't instantiate that rule that only 2 people can die until after this. So, like, maybe they could have done it.
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
We didn't know that. We knew it in the first game, but again, for some reason you left that rule out this time.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
He just wishes. He wishes so hard.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
Same. Big mood.
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
We didn't know about the rule yet, though.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hiyoko's body was imitating, right?
Maybe, maybe not. Someone once told you that Nagito was created from Junko taking advantage of Makoto. Yeah, it's their hope despair child. Oh man, I don't wonder he's so internally conflicted. That was their theory.
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right?
Yeah, not really tape.
But Hiyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
It's not exactly imitating. So, are you the Tin Man?
Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows.
Nah, there's something we're missing. Oh wait, the arrows. Okay, so if my theory that Nekomaru was the third death here, also I hope he's not dead, then the arrows would have been like the gun shot that shot him instead of Akane. Is that the arrows? Normal Gamer 5000 just texted your boss that you needed to take tomorrow off. You didn't. So you work somewhere that doesn't already get Thanksgiving off? Doesn't that kind of mean that it's important that somebody's working for Thanksgiving? I hope somebody can replace you and sub for you.
Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
I guess I agree with that. Not necessarily true, but I don't see any reason to doubt it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
I'm saying Hiyoko's murder wasn't.
Oh?
What?
That is an interesting point. Hiyoko's murder wasn't planned. So, is it because Hiyoko was the witness? What's going on here? Did you get whoever killed both of them got rid of Hiyoko because she was a witness? But why couldn't they have done that? Well, no, it would have been too late. They would have seen whoever's face it was. Hiyoko's murder wasn't planned?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions? It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hiyoko go to the music venue?
I think Sonya has the answer to that, unfortunately. She was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah, poor Hiyoko. But she didn't deserve that. As mean as she was, nobody deserves this.
So, you're saying the truth behind Hiyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
Speaking of riled up, Normal Gamer 5000 can't stop staring at something that's on the screen right now. Hey, how about you know, this is a Christian stream. You gotta keep yourself focused, very focused. Secretly Sylveon too. Oh no. Why isn't she wearing it? Well, you know, she's the ultimate gymnast. She needs to stay unrestrained, so to speak. Why Hiyoko went to the music venue. That's the key to all this. I need to find that out, no matter the cost. Well, we already have the answer to that. Akane is Asahina and Hagakure's love child, right? Just a combination of both of them. You got Asahina's figure and Yasuhiro's mind. They are very different people, to be sure. I mean, there's more than 2 reasons to compare them.
Why did Hiyoko go to the music venue? I know that.
Wait, where's Sonya's account?
Summoned.
Weird.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No.
No,
What?
maybe.
What are these? What is this white
She
noise
went
here?
of her own free will.
I want to say that, but free will.
She was guided by the will of causality.
Okay, no. All right, but I don't have Sonya's account, which makes me confused. Sonya's account says that Hiyoko knew about the mirror in the music venue. So is that not it?
Why did Hyoko
Let's see now.
go to the music venue?
Music venue curtain, scrap of thick paper. All right, motel room key probably.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
Hiyoko took it with her, so she intended on coming back.
That's not it. Maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, she went
Of her own free will.
Bam. Got it.
Agree with that. It's just as Sonia said. She went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
Oh. Oof.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
Hyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
Yep.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hiyoko got abducted.
No, but Hiyoko had the key though.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, they wouldn't have it in the first place.
Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that.
I won't lose.
Wait, why are you disagreeing with me? You're the one who found it.
Are you saying my gut was wrong?
What? Oh, now she's just offended.
This will be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
We're arguing about this?
No, that's not the issue.
Oh, geez. This is just like her. She's so hot-headed.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
All right, we're doing this now. Saying that Sonia looks like Junko? If anything, Hiyoko looked more like Junko, but that might just be the pigtails. Would I like to know a fun fact about Akane? Can I know 2 fun facts?
Hiyoko
Nah,
was
just one.
locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak looking, and that's why the killer targeted her.
Okay, no contradictions here.
Hiyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
This is true.
The killer was the one who locked the door.
Oh shoot. Why is everything
So
like
what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
I can't back down.
Ooh. Mash. Here we go. Akane was originally going to be the rival, huh? Instead of Nagito? But then, I was reading chat. So, was Nagito not in the game, or did he have a different role, I wonder? Huh. That's interesting. That's actually interesting. Hajime's name means beginning, yes, and Awari means end. Wow, that's a dynamic. But, part of me wonders why, if they were supposed to be rivals, does that mean her personality was different, or was she gonna be like this the whole time? Just constantly bullying Hajime. Oh my. Oh my. Johnny James 3, hi, hello. Judging by the rather vengeful stream title, you're gonna guess we had the same favorite character. So sad. Welcome to the stream. I'm guessing you played Danganronpa 2 before. Yep. Well, I will find my vengeance soon enough. Hopefully. I have guesses on who did it, but I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe my guesses are right. She was gonna be different and smarter. Alright, okay, that makes a bit more sense. You don't know why they scrapped it. Maybe they liked the dynamic that Nagito like being so similar to Makoto as like the ultimate lucky student, and his name being almost an anagram of Makoto Naegi. It would throw people for a loop how they'd expect him to be a good guy, and then all of a sudden he's not.
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got
Saying
abducted
Akane can't
or
be smart?
something.
Hey, you know,
The killer forced their
like
way
she
into
said,
Hiyoko's
more room in your head means more room for dreams.
Forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak-looking, and that's why the killer targeted her.
Alright, let's do this again. Let's focus.
Hiyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
You like Akane's beta design.
The killer was the one who
Oh
locked
man,
the door.
that's the kind of stuff that's like, I want art books of this game.
Maybe the killer just put
I
it
want
there later.
I want to see like all the concept art as well. I don't want to see
There's no
Monokuma's
reason for the
beta
killer to
design.
put the key in Hyoko's
That's
kimono.
just creepy.
The killer probably
I've
didn't
seen it.
realize she even had the key.
Yes.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up.
Like, how do you know that? Maybe that's not okay. That's not a contradiction. Hiyoko's kimono was all messed up, just like your shirt. There should be no doubt about that. Oh, it looks like we have a picture. Let's see. Whoa! I kind of really like that. Oh, she would have looked amazing. Yeah, that kind of does look like Mukuro Ikusaba. Well, this looks almost nothing like Akane as we see her now. Almost nothing. Kind of the hair, but not really. Not really at all. The 16th character design. Watch out for her. Also, button up. Don't worry about it. It holds. I don't know how, but it holds.
Crap!
It's true her kimono was messed up. I should have seen that.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer.
Nope. She couldn't.
Allow me to cut
She just
through
couldn't
those
tie her
words.
sash back. The poor thing.
The reason Hyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Properly wear, speaking of.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Hyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room.
So if she did go to the music venue to go tie her sash properly, that kind of means she never did get a chance to do that, even. Wow, she must have been ambushed right before even going to the back room.
That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
That's what we were saying. Not everyone thinks like you, Akane. Come on. Johnny James likes how the button just spontaneously reforms. It has a way of doing that. She's probably used to it. Oh, look at this. Mikan's beta design. Huh. What? Alright, can we talk about how there's like a brain? She just holds a brain? What? Is it like the those Doctor Who creatures that have their brain in an orb? I like this little Popeye effect. Why is Hiyoko's right leg 75% of her body? Yeah, that drawing was very much not on model. Very much not so. Her pigtails were like 10% the size they should be.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
How about we just leave you be?
Hajime, now's your chance.
What?
Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something.
Oh, something else. Well, banned Kazuichi. This is not the time, dude. Hell no.
Then, the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense.
Maybe this is why people ship Gundam and Kazuichi. Oh, well, now we got Teruteru's beta design. What? Oh my god! He looks amazing! Who are these people and why aren't they in this game? Wow, he looks so suave. Just imagine the southern accent coming out of this dude. Well, there ain't no right share. No, this dang old, this boy just ain't right. Hey, he doesn't really look like a chef though. He looks like Cooler Mondo. Like that yearbook meme. You got Mondo and Cooler Mondo. Look at that. He kept the hair at least. He at least kept the hair. Then he turned into a potato. Well, you know, maybe he did look like that at one point, and then he then he just tried a bit too much of his own cooking, and then he also got shorter. Soda is such an entertaining train wreck of a man, isn't he? Though, one of my best buds, although not really. He's an interesting character. Ibuki's design is terrifying. You want it, you want it, you want it. Oh no, not it. You don't want Ibuki's old design. You want Teru's old design. He was too sexy for his own good. That's why they had to change him.
Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
All right, there's a fight going on here.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake!
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
You think you can't take him?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Wow.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Yeah, she just happened to be there.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
She walked in on naked buff Gollum.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki.
I feel like the design they used for generic killer person has gotten buffer since the last game. Is that just me?
The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head, and without hesitation,
killed Hiyoko.
Because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
So that's why hiding her body had to be done so haphazardly. Jeez, that is so... I can't... I feel so bad for Hiyoko now. Like, I joke about her being an unredeemable character, but no! No, she was innocent. She was innocent. She never did anything wrong. Just, she bad-mouthed people, but that was her way of coping with feeling insignificant. I mean, I'm guessing. I never hung out with her enough to know for sure what her deal was.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do?
Good question. Like what? Was Ibuki No, Ibuki wasn't already dead. But what was the plan?
They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan. Do you have any ideas?
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
The killer's plan from the beginning. I'm pretty sure we're very, very close. But I feel like if we knew that, we'd know the killer. There's a piece missing here. Oh. I see Nagito's look on his face. This is the part where he reveals information we don't know. Oh. You're saying Nekomaru Nidai's beta design was basically Teru? Oh, that's... I mean, these beta designs are fun and all, but I'm not sure if it may or may not be ruining the pacing of this trial.
Hey, Nagito, any ideas?
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Oh, am I allowed to speak?
No. Yes.
I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
We just established that like 7 dialogues ago.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers.
What? Where were you?
So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue.
Yeah, but there aren't. What's new here?
So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Thanks for the follow.
Huh? Really?
Yes, Nagito. Earth the Nagito. Your move, man.
That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
I'm sure there's a limit somewhere. And it ends with death. Hopefully. Maybe not. This hurts. This hurts. This hurts to watch. Maybe more like... Maybe if it was Final Fantasy X Tidus's laugh. Ha 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 ha! No. Wait a minute. If Ibuki had blood on her feet, there'd be footprints all over the place if she kept walking around.
That's strange. That's very strange.
The fact that there aren't. So... I mean, there was blood on the stepping stool. I mean, on the stepladder, but...
This is strange? What's strange?
I see. It's not something we finished talking about. Those footprints. There's still an important clue left that we completely overlooked. Just as Nagito said, if she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints. Then why weren't there any footprints on the... Oh. I can't pause it. There weren't footprints because... Also, Nekomaru Nidai, everybody. Because it was already wiped off? We already used that evidence, though. Why weren't any footprints on the... Why wouldn't there be? Because it didn't take place there? How would I prove that, though? Alright. I'm having trouble figuring out what evidence is relevant here.
I can prove it with this.
It's the stepladder, okay.
If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Or was it a ladder? Real thinking hours. Thinking. The cogs in my brain were turning.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
But there was a blood stain.
You noticed such a small detail. How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate.
Well, I didn't notice it until you pointed it out. Excuse me. What are you talking about? You were obviously leading us to this. That's why you brought up the suicide topic after all this time. Nagito Komaeda, you're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate.
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder? Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it. Unless there was something funny about that video.
The bang on the head.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video,
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
That's true. So just as I thought, it comes down to that. The mystery surrounding this incident is contained in that video. And whether or not we can reach that hidden truth is all up to me.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands. As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
Uh-oh. All the waifus are counting on me.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
If there was some hidden clue in that video, I should have seen something strange as I watched it. I'm the only one who can clear that up. Alright, Hajime, think real hard. What do you remember? I'm the only one who actually saw that video. So, I'm the only one that can do it. The hanging video that I saw, based on everything we know from the debates just thus far, I should be able to figure out what's strange. Oh? Select a suspicious spot. It's all suspicious. What? The fact that there's no blood? The curtain? The bag on the head? The black curtain in the background, huh? Based on the video alone, I don't really know if the curtain's suspicious or not. I need to remember a more obvious clue to what's strange here. The bag on the head. The hemp bag that was covering her face. What, really? It's not suspicious? Alright, I should calm down and think of this over one more time. What's suspicious? Alright, this is a bit of a guy dang it moment. Oh, the rope. Something doesn't have blood?
Here.
Oh.
That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
Okay, that is a very, very small detail to have remembered. I'm not sure if I agree with that. Well. I don't know. What is this? Oh, hello. Is this also Nekomaru? Now I'm confused. You don't look like a gym coach. You look like the ultimate taiko drum master. Could explain all the taiko drums in Nekomaru's cabin. It's a bit of a stark difference.
Can you explain it to us?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier.
Wait, that was Fuyuhiko? What? Everyone got all swapped around. Wow. What? He turned like a tenth of his size. I think I like the new one better. He's the cutest boss baby he ever did see.
It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital.
Okay, that's kind of bull. What? There's no way Hajime would have remembered that. See, I noticed that the stepladder was clean in that picture, but I thought that wasn't important. I thought it was just the blood stain was so small they didn't bother drawing it in.
There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
Work in progress does not accept that that's Fuyuhiko. No way. I refuse to believe it. Hajime's got a photographic memory.
That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene.
Alright, I'm having another one of the moments where I think I know what happened, but I don't think the game is gonna get there yet. So I won't say it yet.
But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It was recorded before Hiyoko died. Or there's another possibility.
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Oh. Never mind. Chiaki just said it. They're different stepladders. That's my problem with the logic in this game. Part of me wants to say what I'm thinking out loud. so that I can take credit for my own ideas. And part of me is like, or maybe the game is gonna make me say it, and I'll reveal it too soon. And anybody in the audience who happens to be playing along will get spoiled. Yeah, no, those are different stepladders. I'm thinking that the video was for a different room entirely. I don't think that was the music video.
Wait, are you saying there were 2 step ladders?
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Clearly, not more than one stepladder can ever exist unless you clone them.
Then one of the step ladders was somewhere other than the music venue. What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right?
Yep, different room entirely. That's the reason for the blackout curtains.
That's amazing, Chiaki. All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
What are you two talking about?
Stepladder isn't the only thing that's different, huh? Chiaki said that the stepladder was at a different place, but if that's the case, the thing that's different between that video and the actual scene of the crime is that thing, the place where the killer did something? That thing, huh? Oh, more hanging in his gambit. I thought we were gonna do the 4-word thing. What was it called? On-call room? Oh, this is way too long for that. F? F-I? Fi. Phil of the future. Philharmonic. Phil. What? Phil. Film. Filming what? Filming what? Filming L. Filming law. Filming lingerie. Filming logs. Filming long time. Filming lot. Filming loo. Filming lock. Filming location. There's so many letters. Location. All right, got it. All right, I don't need UG. I need an I. Damn it! I need to keep you I. There we go. I need an O. Come on. Oh, this Hangman's Gambit. This Hangman's Gambit is terrible. I hate it. They call this improved like that's just absolutely bull. I'm not gonna believe. Ow! I needed that. Damn it. This is sad. This is depressing. There we go. Sylvian got a game over from this. It's getting... I don't know why, but it's getting more intense.
The stepladder, the filming location must have been different too.
Yes. I don't know why they didn't just say, like, on-call room or staff room or something.
What do you mean?
It makes Emmy realize how much more brutal it was gonna be, or wonder. Yeah, they said this was improved, but what? They thought this was easier than the first Hangman's Gambit? Come on. Oh, the execution. What? Oh. Oh, I need the I kind of couldn't read chat throughout that whole thing. Originally, Danganronpa was going to be a different game called Distrust. Oh no, DR was what? That I don't know. It was too gruesome. Needs to be. It was scrapped. Oh, this game is in like the perfect balance of dark yet lighthearted, and it swaps between those two moods in such an elaborate fashion that it puts you on this emotional roller coaster. Yeah, Mion's execution is the most brutal execution in the series, in your opinion. Probably because we see the whole thing. In every other execution, it pans away or cuts right before we see somebody get sliced or smashed. Leon is just like we see him get pelted by the balls. Just pelted endlessly. And it's the first one we see, so there's no precedence for us to know how brutal they can be. Everyone hates Hangman 2. Good, I'm not alone.
The video I saw was not filmed at the music venue. It was filmed somewhere else.
But the hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
So it had to be someone who swapped the cameras.
Then there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
In order to show us that they filmed the video at the music venue instead of somewhere else, what did the killer do to that surveillance camera unit? Swap out the cameras? Logic dive again? There's a lot of mini games. Work in progress fell asleep. Oof. Your Windows is still updating. Wow. At this point, I'm wondering if it might be something with your computer, huh? It's probably fine. Ooh. More Sonic 2 minigame. Ah, that's a hole. I didn't register that in my mind as a whole. Only as a partial. There you go. What part of the surveillance camera did this user tamper with? The camera. Wow, 3 options. Did I do it? Yes, I did. No! Oh, work in progress might fall asleep. Don't feel bad about that. I know I stream late. Yeah, you haven't been following this game too closely, so glad you can tune in though. As always, I put my stuff on YouTube. No! Can't read chat while I'm doing this. This game is more action focused than I remember. At least it's not treetops from Spyro. That would have been terrible. Question 2. Did the killer tamper with the camera at the music venue or the hospital? They tampered with the camera from the music venue and then they put it in the hospital. There you go. But... whee! I like this. Oh, I'm getting dizzy. Ugh. Ooh, too fast! Too fast! Oh, I missed a jump. Could have been cool. What did the killer do with the camera from the music venues? They took it with them. At least there's a lot of checkpoints, that's true, but I am running out of life. The model. You think it's the base model with no color, just white and shaders? Yeah, but the people aren't 3D to begin with. They're sprites. So this isn't really a base model as much as it's just the model they made and they just didn't texture it.
It's all coming together.
I did it. I understand now. Paying half attention to the game.
The killer just brought the camera from the music venue. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
That's very elaborate.
That means you should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us.
Hey, you didn't realize it early either.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
Well, that's true, but in order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
Smashed it. He looked like he was made of chalk. Ah, he better watch out for Susie then. The thing the killer did to the remaining monitor was destroyed it.
I see.
Smashed it to bits. Maimed.
The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
I only noticed it was smashed
the moment
after.
Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And smashed it
And
as
they
well?
destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
So it was actually somewhere
The
closer.
fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
Which means even if it was filmed in another place, as long as it was transmitting to the hospital, the range would be pretty limited. If that's the case, where was the video filmed to make it look like it was filmed at the music venue? The only possibility is that place inside that building. What minigame are we playing this? Another Hangman's Gambit. Wow, 3-in-1 trial. This is terrible. All right. What was the name of that place? The on-call room? No, it was called something. Standby room? Oh crap. It was in my mind, but I don't. I heard it was my favorite. Oh wait. Recreation room? No. C, senor. Celebration room. Conference room. Right, that was it. I don't know why I blanked on that. Alright, let's get through this. Here we go. Con. Press F to pay respects. Yep. I'll need that later. Confair ends. Don't need that anymore. Enough with the ends. Let's get the C's in here. Give me an E. Well, I will need the O. R. Let's go. I mean, it's not that bad once you get the hang of it, but it really did not need to be more complicated than the first game's one. Just saying. But again, yes, everybody does not like this. I don't know what they were thinking. Conference Rome. They were in Rome. They were transmitting all the way from Italy. Give me an O. Now give me an M. I feel like I sound like a cheerleader. There you go.
I got it.
Perfect.
Complete. Break the targets.
That. It was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Huh? Conference room?
The conference room.
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
Not if you put a curtain.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
To make the conference room look like the music venue, the killer went ahead and did some work. Very premeditated. I've got to make this clear what that work was. Alright, enough dancing.
There's no way the conference room
There you go, curtain.
and the music venue look the same.
Which place
Not
resembled
normally.
the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue?
They look like
Or did
each
the
other.
music venue look like the conference room?
Oh, it's both.
Or did they make some kind of set?
The set is it.
They might have tampered with the camera.
No. They live edited with Photoshop.
Mixed up the filming locations.
What?
Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
Connor, you're not helping. Alright, I know exactly what to contradict. Just to repeat myself, I do let this play out just so I don't miss any dialogue. I mean, there's no penalty otherwise. Even there's no penalty anyway, so, you know, more dialogue, better experience for everyone. And more dancing. I should figure that out first.
There's no way to come from the music venue.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue?
Give me all these extra times.
Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
Wait, what? It's not set? I knew that was it. The killer must have fashioned a back row set that resembles the music venue. However, where did they make it? Based on the proof that you presented, it appears the mystery cannot be solved. What? Was not the curtain?
There's no way the conference room. And the music
See you, normal gamer.
venue
Have fun.
look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like
I'm
the music
confused now.
venue?
I'm confused.
Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Conference room looked like the music
Or did
venue.
they make some kind of set?
Well, they might have tempted.
I still can't believe Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
I mean, they're kind of the same concept.
There's no way to find the music venue.
Which place resembled? Did the conference room look like the music venue?
Really now? Oh wait, I'm an idiot. Duh. They did change the music room to look. They did change the music venue to look like the conference room by adding the curtain.
Resembled the other?
For some reason, I thought they added the curtain to both places.
Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Derp.
That must be it.
Consent. Oh, I don't want to consent with Kazuichi when he's got his tongue out like that.
What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain, but after the incident,
They put the black curtain.
it somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
As if you could make it less obvious.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Oh yeah?
What?
Well, your face looks stupid.
That comeback was half-assed. Hey!
That curtain was hung so the music venue would look like the conference room? In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out,
Sick burn.
it is a black light-blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is
Made of wood.
the same color as the music venue stage.
I noticed that the first time I walked into that room.
So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor matched.
There you go.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence.
Something else.
Probably.
What? Something else the killer did to make the music venue look like the conference room. It's gotta be that. Whoa, 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 whoa. The candle?
I can prove it with this.
Oh, yes. Speaking of burn.
You're referring to the candle in the music video, right?
Yeah.
In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. But if you think about it, it's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
Right?
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
No. It's the only way to make the lighting consistent. Because the lighting inside the conference room is either the sun or nothing. So, can't exactly make the sun look like the music venue artificial lights.
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming.
Right? Yep.
That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means, are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
Nope. Just a plant.
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
Again, further obfuscating the truth. I like
As
the word
long as this all
obfuscating.
matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
Established. You figured it out, Hajime. I'm proud of you.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner.
But actually, it was the other way around.
But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
That too. Whoever did this really thought about this murder. Premeditated and everything. But I'm having... If it is who I think it is, I'm having a hard time thinking they would hold that much of a grudge.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime.
Yeah, not for me though. I figured it all out.
You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
Not until now.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime. It's occurring in the conference room.
I feel like I've heard Bayside cut Bayside? But like Baywatch? No. Say that before, but isn't it the other way around?
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
I don't think so. I think Ibuki was still alive in the music venue.
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
That video was filmed at the conference room, but Ibuki's body was at the music venue. Which means there was a fake somewhere. That fake must have been... The fake must have been the Ibuki in the conference room.
I see.
With a bag on her head, you wouldn't know.
The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki.
There you go. That's what I was trying to piece together.
The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim.
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
The actual time
really?
of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
So that's what happened. And no matter how quickly I ran, it was impossible for me to rescue Ibuki. At that moment, I was already in the killer's trap. So, there was no way to save her. I mean, depressing, but at least I know there's nothing I could have done? Ibuki. And the one who set a trap for me was...
But why did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
So they could clean up the conference room.
The reason the killer made a fake video. There's only one possibility I can think of. If I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
Think so. That's right. I should already know. I should have already known who the killer is.
You're the only one! You're the killer, aren't you?
It's the only thing that makes sense.
What are you talking about?
Everything about this case is so perfectly constructed. It has to be someone who would think that far ahead. It has to be someone who wanted to be as careful as possible. It's too perfect. Your alibi is too perfect. How you made sure that everything was set up before the crime, after the crime. I just... But why?
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hyoko?
Killer? Huh? I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible? A chick like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
It's the perfect crime. But seriously, if it is, then we're out 3 girls at once?
She's right!
Very imbalanced.
A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question.
Slow. Or are you a slow king?
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Mikan have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence!
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence?
Is it? Shouldn't you get some rest already? You should be exhausted from nursing without any sleep, right? And if you insist, I will use the on-call room upstairs. You should be mentally exhausted, so it's better if you relax in the lobby instead. That's the first tip. That's the first thing that tipped me off. Like, it was very suspicious that Mikan didn't want me around. She'd normally be all for it.
At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room.
Sylvian's heart feels so heavy. Nash knew there was a reason she didn't like it. He didn't like her. But there are very conflicting opinions here. What I'm gonna say is, I don't want it to be true. For reasons both related to her character and the game's development. Because where are we gonna go from here? A bunch of dudes. Sausage fest.
That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming.
And apparently was naked.
By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music video. And showed that to me.
It had to have been someone that knew Hajime was gonna be there at that time.
Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
Which is why Mikan brought him there.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Akane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
So that must mean...
True.
Please wait a second. What are you saying? I'm the killer? That's impossible. There's no way I could kill someone.
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
Just shows she can't even do that.
Hey, you sure this chick is really the killer?
Maybe not?
Wrong! It's totally wrong! It's not what you think!
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Mikan is the killer?
But who else could it be?
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
Okay, there's no call for that, Gundam. I do see a possibility here. But then that would mean, because Fuyuhiko doesn't have an alibi for early in the morning either. We don't know where he was until he happened to show up outside the hospital.
That slow-witted remark is not necessary.
Yes, that's what I said.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time. In a tournament for social punching bags, I easily win first place with my soft reputation.
Ooh. Why does a tournament such as that exist? Do you win by default?
Even I can't deny that.
Aye.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I am serious. Very serious.
What do you say, Hajime?
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
We need evidence. Let me take a look at what evidence we have. If there's sufficient evidence that we haven't used, I'm thinking there's still more to this. We haven't used a rope used for hanging. But we've pretty much used everything else. AC temperature would actually help prove that Mikan is the killer. Fuyuhiko's account hasn't been used. And the tote bag. I don't know, it seems like we are coming close to the end of this.
Hajime!
He's in a hard spot here. Everyone's ganging up on me. She's been abused all her life at home and school. And kinda here too, but this was her chance. This was her chance for starting over. Why would she throw it away like that? Tricks aside, logic aside, is she really capable of doing something like this? Could it be I'm the one making a mistake? No. In fact, it would be much easier if I was wrong. If I have this much doubt about someone I've spent so much time with...
Can you hold on a minute?
Hi, Nagito. Huh?
Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say this. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an important time like this.
Are you at least on our page at this time?
What are you saying?
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time.
It's Mikan!
Huh?
I thought it was suspicious all along.
Okay.
From the very beginning. Investigating with a suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
Okay, I swear, if Nagito says it's Mikan...
Are you serious? I've been so focused on everybody else this trial. But I guess now's a good time to say it, right?
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
Actually, this is a game.
A killing game!
Please don't say such controversial statements.
Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Hey, that's a huge deal!
Dang.
A decisive clue. Does something like that really exist?
Let's take a look, shall we?
Alright, okay. The game has gone on long enough to make me think maybe he's not gonna pull the gag of, it's Mikan.
Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from.
There we go, there's evidence we haven't used.
This rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
So someone had to have premeditatively brought it there.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
I mean, it's the place where you get everything.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
But...
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new.
What, it's frayed or something?
Near the middle of the rope.
Oh.
It's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly.
Rub strongly? What does that mean? Was it used to choke someone out? Without hanging?
But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on
Loopy
one end
bookie.
of the rope. And the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this.
Really, Nagito?
I'm afraid so.
Oh,
The killer
yeah.
wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her. The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
Sounds about right. Yeah, that's what I thought in the first place. Ibuki didn't die from hanging, so she wasn't... Nobody told her to hang herself.
Darn. I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along. What exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
So this rope won't be much of a clue. And I might as well search another place.
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too.
Yeah, we knew that about you, Nagito. The thing is, this time it doesn't really change anything about the trial? Or does it?
Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
But you know who it is already?
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
What does this change?
And then, I finished speaking.
How is that a decisive clue?
You just wasted time, as you've been doing this whole trial, dude.
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
What's the clue? Are you saying that that Mikan couldn't have strangled somebody? Nagito's words contained a decisive clue. Is that really true? Is it a true clue? Is it a true's clues? Music's getting intense. Rope?
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
What does that mean? A decisive clue?
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different.
They are.
The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
Yeah.
But we believed it was from a hanging.
Okay.
Why would that be?
Because of the video.
Did we fall for someone's lie?
What's the lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously,
After the fact.
we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Who do I need to agree with here? See, the problem is I don't know what new information we're learning by agreeing with any of those statements. I thought everything was kind of forgone. Ibuki's true cause of death was strangulation. The fact is the decisive proof that would lead to the killer. Is that true?
Ibuki didn't die from hanging.
Alright, so I can use... What do I have? Rope used for hanging, thick paper...
She was strangled to death.
AC... Oh, it's rope used for hanging.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different.
I don't have Monokuma file.
The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
Did someone lie about the rope?
That must be it.
I just went with my gut there. Somebody lied about the rope.
So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time.
No, this was a waste of time. Yeah, no, we're just reestablishing what we've already been saying. I understand. Is Mikan strong enough to strangle someone like that? Not sure if that's a thing at all. That's what we're debating. I don't see anything that's conclusive proof one way or the other. Isn't Mikan a nurse? Wouldn't she have examined the body? Yeah, she did her usual thing where she tries to do the autopsy on the bodies. But this time there was that convenient excuse that the place was too hot for her to determine a time of death. So, the question is that part of if Mikan is the killer, is that part of her convenient alibi? Or is it someone who thought that far ahead? There's something I want to ask you. There's no doubt Ibuki's cause of death was being hanged by this rope, right?
Yeah, she had no other external injuries, so there's no doubt she died from hanging herself.
I see. So Ibuki died by hanging herself.
You said
wait,
Ibuki
she
hanged herself.
did say that.
But that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikan?
That is... well...
Alright, well. I don't know what Nagito added to this other than time.
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking. You, Mikan, the ultimate nurse.
Please wait! First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
Alright, if that's your defense.
You were right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
It's not exactly common knowledge.
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess, and I got so careless.
No, that dialogue does not help. I think she did it.
Mikan nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Huh?
What? Violating the Hippocratic Oath?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikan because she was nursing her.
Ugh.
So Mikan volunteered to nurse us? Because she was planning to do this all along?
From the beginning, though?
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a
But
criminal.
Hippocratic.
Mikan is. I mean...
Hypocritical.
She's a killer, you know.
You've got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you. I just can't forgive this crime at all.
There's a feeling I have that something's off. I don't know if it's because the game is making... Like, the game has already decided that it was Mikan. And it's gone on for so long that there should have been another twist by now. If I know my anime.
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikan is the killer.
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off, I guess. But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
Here we go again.
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
Okay, somebody finally stopped Nagito before he went on and on. Thank you, Akane.
But I'm really not the killer. There's no way I am capable of killing someone.
So, where do we go from here? Do we prove that she can, or find evidence that she's not?
Is that really true?
Prove that we can, that she can.
Stop it already! That's enough!
I can't stop. I don't want to do this either. Of course I don't want to do this. But I need to do this.
You doubt your friends?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
It means that if she is innocent, then the truth will set her free. The evidence should point to her being innocent if such evidence exists.
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
What matters is truth. If Ace Attorney has taught me anything, Work in Progress is still holding on to the hope that Mikan is innocent. There are ways I could feel that writers could write their way out of this. The question is, will they go with any of the ones I'm thinking?
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict. 'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it.
Alright, if you can't think with your... If your head is full of dreams, then dream with us, Akane. Dream the possibility that Mikan could be innocent. What could be the explanation?
If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first. Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Deep. Philosophical even, yes.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Ah, Chiaki.
Huh? Is that all you can say?
I was waiting for that moment.
Ah, so in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh? Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault.
Ooh, getting dizzy.
Everyone always treats me like that. Always. It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem.
And it looks like we're seeing the true Mikan? But, so what was all that on the island? Was that all lies?
I'm done with that! You hear me? I'm done!
Alright,
Hey, Mikan.
calm down. Calm down, this is not helping your case.
It's not fair. It's not fair. 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 Not fair.
Fair enough.
Why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away. What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
Is acting
Because
like
crazy?
this your strategy now? This is annoying.
And you even got Nagito fed up with you. Come on. Why did it have to be like this?
Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some?
Huh?
I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends. But still, the truth is one of us murdered 2 of our friends. That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair.
I'm with you, Chiaki. This is how you talk about hope without sounding like a maniac. Take notes, Nagito. Chiaki. Hajime's got something going on here.
Hey Mikan, can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched?
Chiaki is the Hyoko of this game. I kind of figured after the second trial.
Like I said, it obviously wasn't me.
Now here's the part where it'll be interesting that if Mikan isn't the killer, then we'll have to deal with a whole new personality of her. Just like Genocide Jack.
Can you prove it?
Prove it? Wait. Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video? That's right! Show me your proof!
Alright, you're not Yasuhiro. You can't just go, don't be mean! Show me the proof!
Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room. Treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital. That's totally crazy! I didn't do anything wrong! Why does everybody always hate me? Please, just forgive me already!
You don't have to
Is this
yell.
broad really okay?
Broad.
She's emotionally unstable.
Well, we knew that part, but
I'm not the killer! I never filmed that video!
breakdown.
It seems she finally started arguing for us.
Huh?
But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime.
Why do I gotta find holes?
So, I'm going to leave this to you once again.
Could it be? Was this Chiaki's goal all along? For me to find Mikan's holes in her argument? Okay, you gotta make sure you say those last 3 words. She's saying everyone's fate depends on me, the only person who saw that video.
Why did you get to decide I'm the killer? Where's your proof? Please, forgive me already!
I need to make up my mind. I'm the one who has to do it. I'm the one who's going to finish this. And we come to the final argument, maybe? Haven't used that one yet.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
And if it is her, we kind of drew this out a long time. Is this really
Is the
Mikan?
hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious?
Well, kind of
Or could
both,
it be
yes.
The hospital slippers she had on.
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really
Were you
your
looking?
proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight?
Oh, there's a lot of things to refute here.
Be able to make out her body type. So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well.
Huh? My heart, my feelings.
You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Killer's mistake, huh? Oh, that's a lot to think about. You sure Hajime would rather find different kinds of holes? Well, he had his chance this morning. She might be the killer, but if she wasn't the killer, you'd probably be doing the same in her position. Being terrified and maybe lashing out if you didn't have proof to save yourself. That'd be terrifying. Yeah, alright, well, that's true. That's true. But, okay, none of the bullets I have match anything that's been said. I'm the only one that saw that video. Who else is gonna do if I don't?
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the handbag on her head the proof?
Handbag is a mistake?
Is the hospital gown she was wearing?
The hospital gown is a mistake?
Or could it be the hospital slippers she had?
Slippers are a mistake.
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have to.
Is that really? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown.
Body type? Maybe not.
Just from that camera angle.
Camera angle's a mistake?
Just from that dim candlelight.
Candlelight's a mistake?
There's no way you'd be able to make out
Oops.
her body type. So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen.
You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
But which one is it? And if I shoot this wrong, I'm gonna have to grab it all over again. Don't flinch. Don't hesitate. Don't run away. I'm the only one who saw the video. Who else is gonna do it if I don't?
I'm not the killer!
The slippers? We established that already.
Can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that.
Huh? Is the handbag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had?
No. Not that one.
Pookie was wearing hospital shoes, right? And the person in the video was wearing hospital shoes too, right? What's wrong with that? Does that prove that I was the one who filmed the video? Of course not! Damn it!
No, that's not it. One more time. I need to think it over one more time. At random calm moments, would you switch between calm and angry and tearful? Angry and tearful makes sense, but those weird calm quiet moments, don't think that's normal. More like a bit psychotic. She knows too much about it.
I'm not the killer!
We know she knows too much, that's the problem. I believe that she knows everything here.
Is the handbag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had?
What's the problem here?
Is that really? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown. Just from that camera angle.
What's with the camera angle though?
Just from that dim candlelight.
Candlelight?
There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type. So please forgive me already!
I mean, we talked about the
Hajime,
candle
pay
before.
close attention and listen well.
You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Did Hajime mention the candle at some point out loud? I feel like he did. So people would know about it. I'm the only one who saw the video. Has to be something that only I have seen. Something I've seen.
I'm not the killer!
Have I talked about the camera angle? I don't think I have.
Or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mika.
Is that really? You could tell her body just from that camera angle.
I'll shoot through that contradiction.
Yeah, well, she wouldn't have known the camera angle. That is true.
Mikan, you've committed a major mistake.
The tracksuit was blue. I mean, the camera angle.
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
Unprivileged Emmy doesn't even remember this. Oh, that's the joy of seeing these games again. Although, didn't you say you've seen like 1 million people play this game?
But I never said anything about the camera angle.
And since the camera in the music venue was destroyed, there's no way we could have reverse engineered it. Was the camera in the music place higher up in the video you watched? The camera in the music place was destroyed. That's why nobody should know about it.
So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
The only reason Mikan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen
Because she set it up.
is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole. You lied, didn't you?
Bold-faced.
Are you serious?
Majide.
Is it true, Mikan? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
Sylveon still knows this trial because it impacted them the most. Yeah, betrayal. The highest degree, right? Huh?
I was wrong. Wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible.
Impossible.
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead.
Huh?
Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
She's got crazy eyes now. She's got Nagito eyes.
That tote bag, isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
Yeah, but there's two though.
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater?
Yeah, buy one get one free. Monokuma knows. Right, Monokuma? Yep!
Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right?
Usami detail I would have never known or ever seen.
Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake that tote bag is a limited item. So don't you think it's impossible? Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time?
Mikan, this completely falls apart if Monokuma at any point ever told anybody there were two. You ever thought about that?
It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. Don't you think?
This entire trial seems to kind of be delaying the game.
That's why that video isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking your stubbornness this far. Such despair.
Mucho despair.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
Long time no see. Well, not really. It's time for the third panic talk action. This is probably going to be my last job during a class trial. Please humor me while I taint your ears one last time. Starting from this PTA, the reload and ammo features will be added. You will no longer be able to make do with just the left mouse button. Below the tempo marker in the lower portion of the screen, the number of bullets are displayed. Now it's just turning back into bullet time battles. What's the difference? From this point on, you'll need one bullet to destroy one remark. Bullet. When you run out of bullets, you won't be able to destroy the remarks, no matter how much you mash the left mouse button. You'll be able to refresh your bullets by pressing the tab key to reload. Just like locking on, press the tab key in time with the tempo marker. Emmy likes this voice, huh? It's the voice I've been using for all the tutorials. I don't know if anybody gets the reference, but basically I'm referring to the game Catherine by Atlas. I do want to stream the remake of that when it comes out, but every time a tutorial comes out in that game, it's like, allow me to explain how this mechanic works. The controls are the same as the left mouse button. Match the tempo marker either by pressing the tab key. The number of bullets is refreshed is based on how well you kept the tempo. If you get the timing wrong when you press the tab key, bullets will not be refreshed, so please be careful. Also, your ammo will be completely refreshed and will not run out during fever time. So it's literally bullet time battles. Literally. You love Catherine. Alright, well, looks like I'm streaming the remake whenever that happens. If your difficulty set, okay, blah blah blah, we knew this already. I guess this was a pretty useless explanation, even though it was the last one. That should be all the explanations for the class trials. The rest is up to you to overcome. You should be able to find it beyond this point. But you and I both yearn for. You and I?
The narrator in this game is very creepy, and I don't know why he's talking to me very differently from in the first game.
True despair. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Not after you said that.
I'll keep explaining it until you forgive me. That bag is a limited item.
Okay, don't have to yell.
That's why that blind is impossible.
Windows, please.
For anyone to pull off.
This chick, has she lost it for good?
Lost it and never gonna find it.
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
Maybe not. Just a hunch. At this rate, we're not getting anywhere. Now you realize. I gotta do something and end this. Nash thought that was his computer. Unfortunately, not this time. Ugh. I gotta do something so I can make her admit it. Oh.
You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. Do you understand?
The drawing? What?
I only
Zero stock.
Please, draw on me.
No, I don't need to draw on you.
Can you
They're all
forgive me
saying draw on
already?
you. Too many. Refill the bullets.
Please, draw on me. Do you understand?
I feel like I have to click off beat. Something's not right here.
I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive
Negative.
me
What's
already?
negative?
I'll do anything you
Fever.
want. You are done for. Forgive me. Forgive me, Biomy.
Come on, do it. Fever time.
Forgiven me.
It doesn't feel right.
You want.
Even the first game did this better.
Draw on me. Do you understand?
Stop with the drawing.
Biomy.
I don't need a canvas. I have a tablet PC, thank you.
Please, draw on me. Can you forgive me already? Forgive me.
There you go.
There's only one bag. It's impossible to use
Theater prize bonus.
time.
Bonus prize. Damn it.
Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Can you
Tempo
forgive
down.
me already? I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. There's only one bag.
Theater
It's
bonus
impossible
prize.
to play.
This is the end.
Can't worm your way out of this one. Rhythm. It's a rhythm game now. Yeah, that. She always felt a bit off. See, the thing is, when you know anime tropes, that kind of feels like a cliche thing. How somebody, just the way she acts, it's a common archetype, but the question you have to ask yourself is, would Danganronpa straight up use an anime archetype, or would they subvert it? And the answer here is they subvert it. Also, yes, random rhythm game. When you buy one bag, you get another one free. It's a common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes.
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in 2 separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Despair at excuses. I'm sorry.
Why? Why can't you forgive me? Why?
There's a big difference between messing up and deliberately doing something bad.
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Yep, no more heroes coming to help you.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
Nikon, it's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left, please just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
Hajime, believing in people to the very end, even though it costs a friend. What did the killer do? This is redundant. Okay. What did the killer do after the broadcast? No. No, wait. Threw off the tote bag? Yeah. Then. Alright, so here's... Well, okay. I can't just go over the whole thing like I used to in the first game. Because that's not how this closing argument works this time. I gotta figure out which ones are even used. The body was hidden before. The small clue that the killer left was the piece of wallpaper. Killer ripped off the music venue's wallpaper. Put it back to normal after destroying it? This one. There you go. Got it, okay. Last stock. What are you spreading? Glue? How was the real locker room created with glue? Put it back to normal after destroying it. And then... what I saw on the monitor was... the video of the hanging.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
And that's it.
The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Nikon this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time.
Oh, that's a button?
When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was...
I thought that was a joystick.
A person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment.
But it was staged.
That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue.
But it never was the music venue.
That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue. So I immediately headed over there.
And also a giant head is growing out of my neck.
That was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time, when in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake.
Don't know why, but I just had that hunch from the very beginning.
I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head.
The fact that the video was faked.
Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap.
Gave them time
After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside.
Gave them time to come in and mess up the crime scene even more.
And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue. And began
don't know why.
The last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body.
It's really freaking elaborate. I mean, I guess Hyoko wasn't intended to have been killed initially, but this is a lot of work.
When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room.
Surveillance camera?
After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music video, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue.
To what effect, I don't know. Like, okay, you can set up Hyoko's body to make it look like another murder was committed and that the other person was still in there, but we know nobody else was in there. That only works if you were planning on framing somebody.
The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me.
Huh?
They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it.
So again, engineered to make you give you an excuse, but not to actually blame anybody else.
Not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out.
Doki.
Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
That's a pretty good pose. It's almost Dio. Okay. Oh, and she's happy that we figured it out. At least somebody can be happy in this situation. Yeah.
Now she's laughing?
Not unexpected. No. She's a special kind of crazy.
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair.
Alright, well, I'll just let her enjoy it then.
Mikan, what has happened to you?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time.
Voting time? Alright, Monokuma, end this. End this suffering. B. B for... Buh?
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time.
Yep, alright, well, it's over. It's ending.
Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote.
It's weird. This time I'm not going to say I didn't expect it, but I'm a little bit surprised that what I expected came true, because all the signs pointed to something else. Like, 2 girls died, so I thought a boy would be the killer, because like the game would keep like the ratio of boys to girls balanced. But again, that's like a meta example of the way that Mikan was acting suspicious. It was a bit too overt. But I guess you wouldn't have known that unless you were paying attention to her character beforehand. So I guess in this case it does pay off to pay attention to how everyone acts.
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Let's go!
Nash approves. B for Buckle. Good performance. Also, keep in mind that we will be watching the anime in like a sort of let's watch thing. Don't spoil whatever happens in it. Just a warning. Treat it as another game. So Don't refer to things that have or not have happened. Now then, though it may be obvious at this point.
Correct.
You got it right once again. That's like 3 in a row. That's right. The true identity of the horrifying black ant who killed 2 girls was Mikan Tsumiki.
Damn it.
You gotta be shitting me. Are you saying Mikan, the one who nursed us back to health, was the one who killed them?
I won't forgive you.
Don't joke around with me, Mikan. Did you lie to us all along? Were you planning to kill them from the start while you were nursing them? And thus, the face of true insanity is revealed to us.
Hey! Don't just laugh. Say something. This is going nowhere.
Alright, well, she's lost.
What's going on?
This chick.
Hey.
This is nothing like Pecco. She's actually gone mental. Mate.
Well, that's obvious.
There's nothing we can do. She's no longer the same person. She's no longer the Mikan Tsumiki we knew. Eh?
Hey.
Based on my predictions, she might have caught it too. She probably had the despair disease, which was the motive for this case. Which would turn her into a different person?
What?
Mikan 2, you say?
So did Monokuma not remove it from her, or is it lingering? I know, because I was looking at Mikan for so long. She was the one taking care of me, after all. My consciousness kept drifting, but even so, when I did catch a glimpse of her, her expression was full of despair. A despair so devoid of hope that not even a single fragment of it remained. Hold on. Did you say that Mikan also had the despair disease? Then it means she was...
What?
Huh? Hajime, has something crossed your mind? Yeah. Just notice that how Hajime's hair is kind of pointing straight out there. That's right. Oh, that's right. Mikan felt really hot at that time. Now that I think about it, that must have been fever. A high fever. Just like what Ibuki and Akane had.
It cannot be.
Then, because of that disease, Mikan was...
Perhaps...
The symptoms that she surely felt must have been deserving of the name despair disease. Losing all hope and harboring despair for all hope? Because of the despair disease, she was likely overcome with despair.
See?
That's the reason why. She can still laugh in such a hopeless situation. But she still has it? So... Okay, this has gotta count for something against Monokuma. Like what? If you give her a disease to act like a completely different person, is that even a motive? Or at that point, is it basically mind control? I don't know, I still blame Monokuma for all this. Hangman and his gallows seen a problem within a society where people are falling in love with non-real people, so you've decided to make non-real people real. Do you want to hear a few ways you think could go about doing this? Does it cost any money? Nah. Cosplay? No, like it's like feeding people soup. Soup was good. Soup is nutritious. Make Sun Priestess Emi's husbando real? What, Gundam is real? What are you talking about? Sure, it may help, but when you have the Black Plague, it's basically meaningless. Oh. Not sure what that has to do with this game. Nash's husbando is already dead. I killed him. Well, I mean, he killed Byakuya. Teru did. I mean, still, I kind of wish he was here right now. The situation is getting more and more bleak.
Jeez.
His life was worth all of yours. Easy. Sacrifice everyone else. It was worth it. Which means that Mikan standing before us is no longer the ultimate nurse. She's a completely different person now that she's infected by despair disease.
Isn't that right?
She's a human who deserves to be called the ultimate despair. She turned into Junko? Is that what Junko has? Does that mean Junko and Mukuro were not actually... Hold on. Is this lore being dropped right here, right now? Ultimate despair? He's lost. Well, making non-real people can cost a fortune or basically nothing depending on how ethical you are. I don't want to go with any surgery. Also, the Mikan's about to be executed, so... That's the reason why I can't forgive this. I mean, killing someone for the sake of despair instead of for the sake of hope.
Possible.
There's no way I can forgive that.
Oh?
For the sake of despair? That's completely wrong.
Huh?
Wrong. Wrong. What's wrong?
What I did was for the sake of my beloved.
Who?
Huh? Huh?
Who are you talking about?
If only they were still alive, they'd be so happy.
What? Was... You had a history with somebody? Byakuya? Teru?
I know.
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who never hated me.
The only one who never hated her. But...
They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value. They loved me. I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full.
I'm not seeing a connection with anyone that was here.
This is my reciprocation.
You still haven't explained who that is. Was it someone from the island?
I understand that I've done something unforgivable. But you know, to transcend all that is truly...
It's love.
What love is all about.
Oh, so that's why in her introduction, she had the male and female symbols. I kind of noticed.
Hey.
I don't understand what you're saying.
You don't understand? Is it because you don't have anyone to love? Is it because you're also someone who isn't accepted by anyone?
She's the Lover's Arcana. When did she get a persona? Something tells me she never really did face her true self.
What a pity. I feel sorry for you.
Well?
Even if I say this, I'm sure nobody here would understand, but... love is a wonderful thing. This feeling of freedom, where you no longer care about anything.
Clearly it was Nagito that got murdered from that comeback. Oi.
My beloved and I are the only ones within that thin veil. And I'm just looking out through it. That's why, as long as I'm on the inside, no matter how much they tease me, splash me with water, kick me, it's like nothing matters. I could die. That's how little it matters.
Anyway, that would be a far harder one to do, so you don't intend on brainwashing anyone to make a waifu. So, not what happened to Mikan then.
Who cares about hope or despair? It's love. Only love.
Okay, I'm just gonna say that Helga Pataki is a better desperate love story than you are right now, Mikan. So please just let it go.
Could it be?
And Nagito, is this really the despair disease you were talking about?
This is...
It seems that I was wrong. Not only was she affected by despair.
You are half right. It's right to say that this is all thanks to that disease. Because, thanks to that disease, I I was able to remember my beloved.
Remember? So it was someone outside?
Apparently that's what my symptom was. What a wonderful symptom.
Which means you had the remembering disease? That's important. What else do you know? Before you get executed, what else do you know about the past? Hold on.
But
What if this means you remembered something and ended up like this?
such despair.
Are you saying you were like this from the start? Were you like this before you even came to this island?
Don't get so angry. Well, first of all, the reason I became like this wasn't my fault. It was all your fault, you know? Because it's not like I'm entirely responsible for turning out like this. I am the person I am today because of many human relationships. So, it's everybody's fault that I turned out like this, you see? Even so, the current me was most strongly influenced by my beloved's existence. And it was also my beloved who created the me that everyone can't forgive. I am the shadow. I am the true self. But my beloved still forgives me and still accepts me. That is the key difference between all of you and my beloved.
Don't fuck with me!
Like I said, who the fuck are you talking about?
Are you saying this is Mikan? Ah, Nash, thanks for the chill. I mean, you could go watch the last stream, but if you're kind of here right now, that's kind of too late. She's the real Mikan? So this is how she really was from the beginning. But why would losing memories cause you to become like so timid? Was it because you were like that at the beginning of the school year and then changed over the course of it? What happened? Did something happen during the course of the really bad thing, the baddest, worst thing that happened in human history, I wonder? Mikan, please answer me. Did you really remember? You ended up like this all because you remembered? There's no way I can believe that. There's no way. The person you are right now is the real Mikan. Or maybe it is. For the record, in these games, despair is the correct side. Correct? I mean, yeah, sure, let's just join Monokuma. Let's all become the ultimate despair. Worked out for Jinko. Let's do it.
Oh, you still doubt me? Then to prove I remember, I'll tell you all something nice. It's all about that World Ender organization that you all were worrying about.
You serious?
You know?
You knew?
Not know. I just remembered, that's all. I knew about it all along. How all that horrifying organization known as World Ender is also an organization known as the Future Foundation.
Future Foundation. This is it. This is the first clue we've had so far. Future? Future. That's right, yeah. The words written on the front. Future. That's right, the symbol on the ancient ruins door. That's right. It was the Japanese word for future. Mirai.
Hey,
just what is the Future Foundation? What are they planning?
As the name suggests, that organization is the World Ender. The Future Foundation is trying to end our world. To put it simply, they're trying to claim the world for themselves.
So are you the Monokuma? Is the Future Foundation the Monokuma Foundation, or is that yet another third party? Is the Future Foundation trying to save it from Monokuma, or is Monokuma trying to save us from the Future Foundation?
This is bad.
Despair is the correct side because the other people let it become this bad. I mean, if you want to be defeatist about it.
What the heck? This isn't a comic book, you know.
As part of their plan to end the world, and the Future Foundation brought us to this island. Isn't that right, Manomi? Huh?
I knew it! Monokuma, they're both members of that crazy organization, aren't they?
Manomi and I aren't members.
I am ManokAdobo!
My existence is entirely my own.
Hey,
Don't laugh. Hey, Mikan, if you really do remember, then you already know, right? You know the true identity of the traitor hidden among us?
Of course I know that. Let's see. The future Foundation lackey that's hiding among you, all you is... Alright, it's punishment time. Oh, well. No one really cares about that, don't you think?
Of course. You're not gonna make it that easy.
Fine.
of course not.
Oh, hell no!
You'll find out eventually. So there's no need to be so... impatient. Probably when that countdown ends.
Oh yeah. That thing we assume is a bomb, but may not be. Countdown. You even know about that? You knew?
Oh?
I don't know anything.
Huh?
I have a feeling that's what it is, but who cares about that, you know? I'm drowning in so much love. From the bottom of my heart, I just don't care about anyone or anything.
That is...
Mikan, is this really you?
I won't believe it. There's no way I can believe. You were like this all along. No. Manomi was talking about it? Was she? I don't think she knew about the bomb. Or whatever that is. Because if that's true, then who is the person we've been spending time with up until now?
The past.
Past? The way she was before Hope Speak Academy.
That person, she didn't exist in the beginning. She's just my past self who lost her school memories. You guys consider that like a friend?
That thing?
Oh?
That doesn't make me happy at all. It just fills me with despair.
Manomi said something like, can you guys see this? Like, see the bomb or what?
You guys accepted my past self, but not my present self.
That's...
Well...
You know, that's before you killed someone.
Well, that applies to you all as well. Memories of people, memories of events, whatever memory it is, losing memories are.
Do you understand?
Like losing your personal identity. Memory is the most important component in building a person, don't you think?
There's memories, but there's also personalities. There's also social connections. There's more than just memories. I mean, can you say that someone amnesia is a completely different person? Or do you think they can recover from it? Do you think they can become someone that they used to be? It's not everything. It's only a part of it.
Losing your memories makes us shadows of the past. Don't you think?
Hey,
You could argue that social connections are tied to memories. True, but that doesn't mean they're completely gone. I mean, unless both sides lose that memory. It's something that still happened as long as one person remembered it. If you forget about a person, your connection is pretty much severed. If you forget about the person, yes. I'm talking about the other way. Social connections are a two-way thing. You may untie one end of a knot, but the other end might still be there. It's when you let that knot fray that social connection is truly lost. It's when you lose hope that connection can ever be tied again. It's a part of it. It's not the whole thing. You'd say genetics would be the most important component in building a person. I mean, building a person from scratch. Snake, you got all the dominant genes!
I don't know what you're trying to say, but in the end, it always leads back to that story. That story about our stolen school lives.
hey!
So it was true all along? Our memories were taken away?
Damn it!
If it wasn't true, we wouldn't be suffering this much.
Well, why don't you just take your sweet time and remember at your own pace?
Oh?
Rule number 1, I'm banned. I'm always banned. What did I do? Brother?
Oh, Monokuma! Is it alright for you to start now?
Yes, indeed.
Punishment time? Punishment time! Woohoo!
Damn it. Why? We were just about to get information.
Mikan, why does it have to end like this?
This is too pointless.
This is too much!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For the ultimate nurse, Mikan Tsuniki.
So it's over. It's really... Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me.
But who was it? I swear, if they reveal that her beloved was a name that we know from the first game, I'm gonna flip.
I can finally see them. Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Here we go. What's it gonna be this time? Lethal injection? Electric chair? Malpractice? Hospital bed? Ah! Bye-bye ouchies. So, where are you going with that needle? Hold on. That's kind of a lot of... Whoa. Oh, what the? Where'd that arm come from? What? Band! Band, this is implying things. Arm? Rocket the punchy! Okay. Stage 2 rocket deployed? Don't worry about it. It was just a panty shot. Where'd you go? That's it? Oh, okay, bye. Alright. Well then. I don't know what just happened. She's kind of gone. She kind of got jettisoned into the stratosphere. I don't know, maybe she's still floating in space. Like cars or something. At that point, Mikan stopped thinking. It was a hallucination. Maybe. Hope? No. It's finished. Is it really finished? I don't know. There was not really an end to that. The killer who killed Ibuki Miyoda and Hiyoko Saionji was Mikan Tsumiki. Now, interestingly enough, all people that were involved in the scenario of the first killing, the motive from the last trial, and she's been executed. She apparently committed her crime because she was afflicted by the despair disease. So, what? What's finished? Nobody wanted it to end this way.
Let me ask.
Who was that Mikan from earlier? Was that a true form, or is that itself a symptom of the despair disease?
Damn it.
It doesn't matter either way. If she ended up like that from remembering, and all along, Mikan was never worth being a symbol of hope. Oh, now you care, Nagito, just because she didn't fit your ideals. I mean, you're on our side, technically, but you're also on the despair side. I don't know what to do with you. Boy! There were a few frames of the execution where Mikan was naked? Banned! To be honest, even though being your favorite character, she deserved a more punishing execution. Yeah, it just kind of went. There was no end to it. No earth-shattering kaboom. Where was the earth-shattering kaboom? She did kill 2 people. Like, where's the retribution for that?
But
even if her words were influenced by the despair disease, if the disease turned her into that, if she lost herself to a simple disease, she was definitely unworthy of being a symbol of hope.
isn't that right?
So let's just move on. Come on, let's take all this despair and change it into hope.
Please wait.
That is impossible. I mean, I thought we were friends the whole time, but even so. Like a house of cards collapsing in an instant. In the end, our friend we thought we knew ended up... Oh, why am I still Sonia? In the end, our friend we thought we knew ended up showing us a completely different side of herself. And she vanished from our sight, leaving behind only her malice toward us. You felt the same with Celeste's execution?
I mean, she did get hit by a truck and burned, so that was a bit more, I'm not gonna say satisfying, but more of a retribution. It fit a bit more. Nagito is just a masochist who knows about luck cycles. That's his thing, though. He's the ultimate lucky student. It comes naturally to him. And now there's no way we can just move on or try to have a clear-cut attitude about these feelings. That's literally impossible. We've lost too many people at this point. This is the part where it gets serious, isn't it?
Damn it!
It would have been so much easier if she was the traitor too.
Wrong.
Too bad. That's not the case. Mikan was not the traitor.
Come on.
The traitor is still alive. As proof, see how fine Monomi looks right now.
What, Monomi's the traitor?
I'm not fine at all. But if the traitor died, you wouldn't be this calm, right? I mean, you're both pawns of the Future Foundation, so you guys are like two hearts beating as one, right?
So Monomi is not associated with Monokuma? So Monomi is part of the Future Foundation. Who's... I don't... Is Nekomaru the... There can only be... that would be the reason he's out of this trial, I would believe. Also, remember, spoiler free, just to remind everyone.
You fiend.
And Hangman thought he was a sadist. Ah, Sylveon, is there another side to you? Maybe you are Mikan.
What does that make you, fiend? You did say you were different from Nomi.
Phew. Who cares about who I am? More importantly, I'm tired. The drama just kept going and going. I didn't even have time to eat my black bean right eye during the break.
Black bean? Black-eyed Pete?
Your right eye is made of black beans?
Hey!
Wait, now's not the time to focus on that. What are you trying to say?
Hey,
You know, isn't it sad that life has its ups and downs? It's fun because downs come after ups, but if life was full of downs, wouldn't it get boring? So, in order to help you guys feel better, I prepared a special event.
Special event? This is not time. We need to end the chapter, Monokuma.
Head over to the First Island Beach. An old friend will be waiting there.
Nekomaru. Old friend.
Huh?
Could it be?
Could it be Nekomaru?
Hey!
It is. Is it? It is, isn't it? Nekomaru was safe after all. Safe. How should I say this? I knew it. I knew that crazy bastard Nekomaru would come back to us in one piece.
Or is it not One Piece?
Awesome! We're starting to see the light of hope!
The light of hope? I am happy Nekomaru is returning to us, but
So just as I thought.
3 of our friends just died, so I honestly cannot be happy. Miss Sonia. However, even so, I am still happy. If Nekomaru is safe, I'm truly happy.
Fine.
If you are happy, you should honestly greet him in open arms. Perhaps those who have been taken from us would do the same if they still lived.
Hey, Supreme Overlord, who gives a shit? That line doesn't suit you at all.
Well, now with less people in the picture, now Gundam is actually participating.
Silence! I will crush you into dust!
Ibuki, Hiyoko, Mikan, can you hear us? If you are unhappy, I apologize. However, please forgive me for right now. I want to warmly welcome Nekomaru when he returns to us.
You don't have to worry, Sonia. I'm sure your feelings are reaching them.
Right?
Then, let's go all greet Nekomaru. Let's make it grand. Even for those who died.
Oh, Akane. Know that feel? But...
What the heck? Do I still have the after effects of that disease?
You can... We'll go with that, if you don't want to admit it. But... I'm glad too. Nekomaru is really coming back to us.
I don't get this at all.
Akane.
All right.
Alrighty then, let's go. Yeah, you're right.
Nekomaru is coming back. When we heard that, we were unable to contain our excitement as we jumped into the elevator.
Uh-oh.
So, who is Monokuma talking to right now? Certainly not me.
Man, they just ran off without listening to what I had to say.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, they're so impatient. Didn't they learn to stick around until others have finished talking?
Well, he never confirmed that it was Nekomaru.
What does that mean?
Hey!
You're plotting something again, aren't you?
No way!
I'm not planning anything. I was just trying to properly explain everything to them, including Nekomaru's body.
Oh. You weren't lying.
Huh? Nekomaru's body? It's their fault for not sticking around until I finish talking. So if something happens because of that, I bear no responsibility. What did you do to Nekomaru?
What's this?
What did I do? I just saved him, that's all. I mean, if I didn't do that, there's no way I could have saved someone who was that close to death. So it just couldn't be helped.
So, he's alive? But what? What could that mean? Did he get turned into a robot? Did he... As soon as we exited the elevator, we started running. Hurry! To the beach on the first island!
Alright, let's haul ass.
I don't want to know what's happened here. Even though our minds were completely exhausted, strangely enough, our bodies felt light. Without stopping for anything, we kept right on running towards the beach on the first island. Where in the world is Nekomaru? Hey, Nekomaru, show yourself.
We have come to pick you up. Please hurry and come out of hiding.
We raised our voices. We looked around the area. We raised our voices again. We looked around the area again. And so on and so forth. We kept looking for him. But...
Hey!
What the hell, man? He's nowhere to be found.
Damn it!
Could it be? Did we get false info from Monokuma again? And that's... when it happened. We heard a familiar voice echo throughout the beach.
What happened? Were y'all looking for me?
Don't tell me. Are you Stanley the Seagull? No, it's something else. Is it?
Could it be?
That voice! With high hopes in our hearts, we turned towards the direction of the voice. And then we saw something truly unbelievable.
Huh? What the?
Yo! I've kept you waiting. Hey, what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know? That's too much!
Who are you?
Huh? You too? What's going on?
Did you...
If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
Nekomaru? Haven't you noticed it yourself?
What do you mean, noticed? Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing!
Oh my god!
Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
He's awesome! I love it! Dude, this is an upgrade. He's turned into Nekomaru bot. He's the best Nekomaru. Oh, I thought he was gonna be like transplanted into Terror or something. But this is not terrible at all. Oh my goodness. Dude, Nekomaru-tron, best transformer. Sorry Gundam, I think we have an actual Gundam. And his bulge is gone. I mean, there can always be add-ons. Monokuma made him a life support system. He's Darth Vader now. Except, like, even more cooler. More Robo is always improvement. I love this. Can we just like... Alright, I'm gonna... every free time event, hang out with Nekomaru Bot. 100% every time. I love it. This is perfect. Oh, he's beautiful. I know, Sonia. I know. I'm speechless too. It's that awesome, huh? He's even got a drill for a beard. I see no problem with this. Now he's like even stronger. Now he could be the ultimate coach forever. He's immortal. Reminder, robots don't have, well, maybe they do. Maybe. There's always artificial, you know. Don't worry, Akane can still have her husbando. You don't know. Not any robots I built haven't. I mean, then again, I've never built a robot, but still. Well, we got Mikan's apron. Great. I still don't know what the point of these extra presents are, considering we can never give them to anybody. It's all just proof that we finished the chapter, I guess. I guess so. Wow. You've seen enough robots, it's a standard in the industry. Well, I'm breaking new ground. From now on, robots will be all installed with full features. Just like Metatown or something. Well. I think that ends up chapter 3. And I have gone overtime. It's almost been 4 hours again. But, right, well. Newgrounds is a fine website, don't break it. I feel like it's probably past its prime a little bit. Just a little bit. It's been a long time since that site was relevant. As much as fun as I had on it back in the day, Flash animations, where have they gone? And he can't poop anymore. Again, you don't know that. I told you about that machine the other day. That machine that makes poop. Maybe Nekomaru is that machine. Maybe it is. Maybe there's a hatch somewhere where they can just remove it. Yeah, maybe. It's one of the only good places to post animations. Well, these days, yeah, ever since YouTube changed everything. But that's not important. As true as it is. Now, it's time for the end. I gotta end it here. We've ended the trial. I can't go any longer. It's been a long time. But I will say, that's not the right song for this. Thank you everybody for watching, and will this work? No, that's not it. This one. That'll work. Okay. Now I can properly end. Thanks everybody for watching. That was Danganronpa 2 for tonight. Chapter 3 is done. And I don't know, we're running out of people. I mean, comparing it to the first game, I've heard that the third trial of all these games kind of is the weaker game, the weaker trial compared to everything else in that game. Compared to the third trial of this game, this wasn't nearly as annoying. I remember when I played the first game, the third trial was just like, this is so obviously not what's happening. You got hit by the mallet, obviously a trap, obviously a ploy, fake planted evidence. This is all stupid. This one, it's more like it's more like the motive was kind of silly, and the trouble that the killer went through to stage it all was... It's almost the fact that the crime was too perfect is what gave it away. And you feel more depressed after that trial. Well, that's kind of every trial at this point. At this point it's gonna be, because all characters that are left are all likable characters in their own respect. So whoever dies next is just gonna be sad. Whoever kills next, it's gonna be sad. So, right. I'll pick this game up another day, but I think that's it for streams this week. Maybe. I'm still holding out for maybe another stream coming, but it's gonna be like a mini, not usual thing. Maybe like an art stream or something. It's not gonna be my usual thing because I'm gonna be out of town. It's Thanksgiving weekend after all. So everyone, hang tight. Stay tuned for more news about that. And you can do so by following me on Twitch if you haven't already. You can follow me on Twitter at ManokAdobo. And if you ever miss a stream, you can catch it on YouTube. I always post my stuff up there. So, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night.